Okay, so then we should...
Do you need coffee wallet? I have some, but not a lot.
How much you need?
What you got?
Hand
it over here.
Oh man, it's like fucking Jetsons up in there.
Any money that you have, give it
Hold
to
on.
me right now.
Whatever's on sale, on special.
I got you on recording saying give me your wallet.
Keep it under $59.99 bones.
You don't have proof of anything?
It's better
Oh,
if
yeah?
you say things are
Looks
on
like
special.
this one's gonna be a slice.
I
Oh!
love you.
That was good.
Thanks.
The fuck is that from?
Beat it.
CSI or something like that.
Oh, like one of the bad
Yeah.
cop dramas? Okay.
CSI Miami is the one that. opens
Can you
with
say Dick Sickle?
cop drama?
Jeremy Jigglespoons.
The Monsignor Jeremy Jigglespoons of the Third Esquire.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, here you go.
I can't connect.
I'm tapping in.
Shoopity
Let's do
boopity
this.
whoop.
Did you get it? Name
Paper,
drop.
bitch.
Tapping in.
Tap that shit in.
Is that what you guys call guest hosting? We're tapping in.
Sure.
As long as we make it up as we go, we can say it was like that the whole time.
Yeah. What we do is we have guest people on and they come up with stuff like tap in and we steal it.
Ah.
You're not recording yet, are you?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I have you on tape going like give me your wallet.
Oh.
Hook it up, bitch. Give me that
I don't
money.
lie to you. I don't know what you think this is.
It's all about controlling a bitch's mind, you see?
What percentage do you guys give your bitches?
0!
I ain't never quit
Get out.
pimping. Pimping is the best.
Hello, and welcome all to MultiTap Theatre. The following is an entertainment show with special focus on the modern and retro gaming eras. Explicit language and content is utilized for emphasis and flourish, so please monitor children's listening. Yes, listener discretion is most gravely advised. The hosts welcome all audiences and encourage audience participation in most forms. Any visual or oral resemblance to any person living, famous, or deceased is strictly intentional. And now, for your listening pleasure, MultiTap Theatre, podcast.
What's gonna happen is we're gonna talk for like 10 minutes, and then Justin's like, alright, this will be the intro. He's doing the intro, and every segue, he's gonna say,
You almost said Segue.
This ham, he's gonna say, this ham-fisted segue is bright. Like every time, so there can never be anything but a ham-fisted segue because it's always declared, which is fine.
That makes for
I'm just
ham-fisted
saying-
Segues. They wouldn't be ham-fisted if we strung them along like modern
Exactly.
masters, yeah.
Exactly. I like ham.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a sound test?
I did.
Are we good?
We're good.
All right. We do have to do the intro. Let's do the intro.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
You're welcome to MultiTap. Because that was not the intro. Everybody just shut up on it. Like he did it. He said the words.
He said intro.
Why is this moving? All right, we're good.
We're good.
Intro. Captain. He's the leader of this podcast. We have to defer to his judgment.
Welcome to the MultiTap podcast, everybody. We are in the garage of the captain, and this is episode 10 on October, what may be the 25th in the year of our Lord 2014.
It is literally not the 25th.
26th in the year of our Lord
It's gonna be
2014.
like 31st by the time this gets out.
Tis the
Yeah.
Oh,
Hallows
Captain, my
Eve.
Captain.
All of the Hallows Eve. We are just before the October,
Welcome to Halloween, everybody.
the October Thanksgiving special of Halloween. But regardless, this is finally number 10, episode number 10. We've been long awaiting this. And we have some special stuff going on this one. First off, I should let everybody know, everybody here already knows, but everybody out in listener land, that this is the DrunkCast. We're drinking. We've started already. Everybody raised their glass.
Heyo. Invisible glasses.
Clink,
Clink.
clink,
Clink.
clink.
Professor.
Clink's a racial
What's
slur.
Professor Clink?
For what?
I don't know.
That's
Oh.
it.
For robots?
Mm.
The goddamn clink?
All these clinks
All these-
taking our jobs.
All these clinks and krauts trying to start wars with us.
Chopping our factory ramen noodles, will ya?
In spirit of Halloween, Orange Solo.
iRobot,
yeah,
Will,
yeah, there you go.
Will Ferrell, Will Smith, and a bunch of them clinks.
iRobot.
iRobot, yeah.
Good flick.
Yeah, man. Solid.
Solid.
Not quite so good as Minority Report, but still good.
I was just about to say that.
Yes! Hold on.
Just a strong fundamental American message about robophobia and the things that we should worry about.
That's what they.
I believe that's
it's Terminator in a different tone.
I believe the term is robophobia.
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 Goddamn clinks.
Racism has begun already.
Fucking clinks.
Anyways, but you can already probably tell, we've begun the DrunkCast. We're going to go around the table. I always go this way. I'm going to go this way. What's your name, host?
I'm Aaron. I guess I'm a host.
Everybody's a host, motherfucker.
Well, I don't know. I thought you were the host. You brought us here.
I'm the moderator.
Oh.
I try to cut us off and fail
DM.
every time.
Yeah, you should be replaced.
I do a
by
piss
some
poor job.
Goddamn oily clink.
Yeah, this guy talks a lot.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm Aaron.
You have a question?
Do you prefer beer or sweet berry wine?
Oh, I think beer's disgusting, but I cannot stomach wine.
So you're a hard alcohol man.
That or apple cider things.
Apple ciders,
great.
which counts as kind of a beer, but it's more like a hard.
It's closer to a beer than a wine. I guess.
In the beer family.
But if I was gonna choose one, it would be beer, not sweet berry wine.
Not sweet berry wine. There's no sweet berry wines that you love.
No, thank you.
Okay.
If I put enough Sprite in it and make it a bitch enough drink, I can have it. But
In your wine, you put Sprite in wine.
yeah, Sprite and wine, make yourself your own little spritzer. It's like
Interesting.
a bitch drink, as they say.
A bitch ass drink. Okay. We're gonna move around.
Going.
Your name, sir.
I'm Chris. I will have you know that champagne
Fine champagne.
actually named after the region it's from.
Yes.
It's not from Champagne. If it's not from that region, it's not champagne. It is sparkling white wine.
You were right. If it's not from Champagne, it's not champagne.
Now, you tell me what movie that's from.
That would be Rob Lowe
Yes!
as Benjamin
Although I didn't...
in Wayne's World.
Wait, did you say
correct.
Benjamin?
Benjamin.
He's good.
He is.
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
pronounced Benjamin.
I hear Rob Lowe hangs dong in that film.
Oh, nice.
I did. I heard
In
that.
Wayne's-
Is there like a cutting room floor version of the movie?
Yes.
You're thinking of sexualizing videotape.
If you're gonna hang dong into this.
Shit.
Next in line.
It's a good episode already. Sweet berry
talking about
wine.
Rob Lowe's dick.
Hey, man, there's worse dicks to talk about.
You didn't answer the question.
I'm
Sweet
sorry.
berry wine?
I don't know what sweet berry wine is,
Or
so
beers.
I'm going to go with beer.
Okay.
I like good beer. However, I don't like
What you're drinking?
I don't know what to classify them as, but like your Bud Lights, your Coors. Your
Those are
Michelobs.
shit domestics.
I don't like
those are
shit domestics.
Those are shit domestics.
Yeah.
I prefer my Stella Artois.
So you like
I prefer
your
some
special
oils.
orders and your craft brews.
There's
Right.
there's this beer that buddies of mine, my best friends, the Mats, were like.
The Mats.
They both grew into pretty much beer
Each other.
snobs. They're never gonna listen to this, but like.
Just
So,
so they
like-
know, it's because they live in San Francisco.
They do live in San Francisco,
Oh.
but they introduced me to this beer called Polliner. Do you know what Polliner is?
No.
It's a brand. I've seen it in like beverages
It's a
and more.
German.
But man, I love that.
German made,
Polliner's my
Polliner.
Shit, I love that shit. It's so
Yeah.
smooth.
Is that the one in the green? That's like St. Pauli Earl. Is it Pauliner, I think? Pauliner. And they have
I don't know.
Pauliner Weiss,
Is
which
it
is a whiter one.
like a non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're drinking the right beer?
Well, no. That's in the same vein, though.
All right.
Like
Oh.
a Hoogarden?
What?
Like a Hoogarden? Like that white
Yes.
Belgian like spritzer
That's
ale?
yeah. That's not German, but
It's
it is.
water
It
that
is.
lies about being beer.
It's whale pee.
It's not German.
Whale
Whale
piss.
pee.
Got umlauts over the-
Yeah. No, that one's Swiss or Swiss,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
Swedish.
yeah. Oh.
Hoogarden.
Hoogarden. Fucking know.
Because it has like 2 A's.
Looks like
Garten.
Hogarden. Yeah.
Hogarden. It looks like Hogarden.
Let's move to the next host for the day.
We got a special fucking guest host.
Next
That's
host.
me.
What's your name?
I'm Zach.
What's your name, little boy?
I'm
You want some
Zach.
candy? In my windowless van?
I was
Hop in this wood panel fan.
Windowless, pantsless van? That's the,
Pantsless van.
Let's
No
keep-
pants allowed. You
No.
want to get in this van?
it's too hot in there. Take all your
You
clothes
cough to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach, welcome.
Yeah.
Zach's
Zach, welcome.
a special Guest.
Thank you.
This
Zach loves
Halloween-
horror and drumming.
It's true.
It's just so everybody, like, they know what we like, but we gotta know what Zach likes. He likes
have
fighting games.
Written into the show and criticized them harshly on several occasions.
But
Yeah.
you have to qualify. Zach worked at a video game store with me for a very long
Oh,
time.
I suppose as a guest I should explain myself.
He knows his
Yeah.
shit about
Yes.
video games. He's collected. He's played. He's worked. He's
I will
qualified.
say and admit to our listening audience that I am somewhat moderately out of touch with modern gaming, but
Sure.
my information and knowledge lies vastly in
That's
retro gaming. So that's why I think it's apt for me to be here today.
That's
We're
okay, because
mostly
what's our motto on this podcast?
Everything old
sucks.
Everything new sucks.
Everything new sucks. Everything old is better.
Change is a bad thing.
We've had a little bit of. We've had some drinks.
Sweet berry wine.
Sweet berry wine.
Sweet berry.
So, to answer that question, I'm actually typically a wine drinker.
You wino schmagegi.
Because I cook for a living, so it's kind of part of the territory. But sweet berry wine and fucking sweet dessert fruity beverages in general, not really my thing, so I'd have to go beer in this position.
Okay, I was gonna say, which wines do you like? Do you like a sweet Shiraz, or do you like a...
I really like Chardonnays. I actually like the more salty or more buttery ones.
Like
the
the
best. I like a great rosé, and when it comes to anything red or with a red tint to it, the more floral, the better. I like sticking my mouth and face into like a rose garden and just taking a deep breath. That's my wine.
Unless it's gonna put holes in my teeth the first time I drink it, I don't want to drink it.
Oh.
I'm sweet, like the sweetest you can get.
You like those syrupy ass
Sweet berry wine.
Moscatos and
Oh
shit?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ports, dessert wines. I'll drink those like at dinner. I drink them as dinner
my
wines.
wife and you should hang out and talk about sugar cubes in class.
Yes, basically. Yeah. So speaking of
breast cancer,
Hey, pizza.
last host,
Hi, it's Irene.
it's still Irene,
Irene's here.
Yay.
and everybody knows Irene. What do you like to drink?
Well, between the two, sweet berry wine.
Sweet berry wine.
Sweet berry wine.
What's your favorite kind of wine? Is it Chardonnay as well, or is it
Moscato.
something Moscatos?
Oh,
Those are good.
Yeah. Fuck
Cheap
yeah.
as hell. Sutter Home Moscato is like $5, and you can get like a
You're not just keeping them.
what's essentially a handle of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hella good.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Maybe. Sometimes.
Maybe nightly.
Sad and alone. What about you, Piper?
I am
That beanie and I can also.
I am Piper. I am the Maturator, also host of this show. Shit, what do I like to drink? I'm really selective about beers. I like craft beers. I don't like any of the shit domestics, like we were talking about.
Shit domestics.
Shit domestics.
So
I don't
you
like
won't
those.
drink anything that actually stimulates the American economy.
No.
You'll just like
I will pay extra to have other people bring their beer in here for me to drink.
This is a craft beer made by two med school admitted college kids in a cabin,
Yeah.
and they made it using horse jerky and sawdust,
Yeah.
and it was brewed in 10 barrels for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I got a little blood flowing to the crotch when you
Oh,
said
yeah,
that.
dude?
Yeah,
You know,
I would
a
drink
hot
that.
tub right now.
Yes.
Little hot mask.
That would
Little
why
half
they
and
call
just-
that beer mahogany porter.
I just went from 6 to the middle of the clock.
I'm half masked all the time.
Yeah?
To hey, where did the hands go?
Right.
You never know. You never know. You gotta be half masked just in case.
You gotta hang aft side.
Just in case. It's
Hang
important.
down.
I'm always kind of port side.
I like hard alcohol too, though. Hard alcohol is good.
Hard alcohol, too.
Different ones. I like this one that we called Larceny Bourbon. It's so, if you can whoever's out there in listener land, if you can find Larceny Bourbon, drink that shit. It's harder to find, but it's good. So good. Anyways, Chris.
That's introduction.
Intro.
Welcome to the show.
This
This is we've been
Episode
we're-
10. Actually, I have the tap in too. Guess what? Listener mails, we got none of it. Our mailbag is empty.
Nice.
Because
So that's
Zach's
gonna make-
here and he writes in other than Australian.
Well, and Ben normally does too, but you didn't post. This is a new. We did a podcast last weekend. This is 2 weeks in a row. So like, the last episode actually, I don't think it's been released. So that's why we don't. have it.
I'm gonna release them though, so they're gonna come out at the
I mean,
same time.
listener
So
mail.
the listener won't be any wiser.
That's all good. It's all good. Are we getting pizza? Sorry.
I'm sitting down. To the listener verse, basically we have an entire room of snacks, pizza, and booze. So that we're
It's not a room. It's
what
a
you
garage.
hear Aaron
That's
do
what
is
I meant to.
dipping into
It's
honey
not-
whiskey.
As the whiskey bottle goes glug, glug,
Now you
glug.
have to drink it all.
Aaron just poured about half a fucking
Well-
cup full of whiskey.
He forgot he was gonna put soda in it, so he
Yeah.
poured the whole thing up with
I often
whiskeys.
measure it in glugs,
Right.
which is a mistake.
Do you need to get
It's like
rid
when
of
you
more
measure your
some of
drinks
that?
in fingers.
Right.
I can. If you
Don't drink it all.
We also
just
have an
yet.
abundance of
You're
old
good,
school
it's
games
good.
that we're gonna get into.
Mhm.
We do. We were gonna try to record that, but we're gonna do that at a later date because we didn't figure out a way to record it. We don't have a capture card.
gonna get a
We're not
capture
gonna use
card.
Twitch, so
We can buy a capture cord, or we can borrow our friend Jesse's.
we can.
And I'm totally,
Shout out to listener Jesse.
I'm totally willing to go out and buy. I want
cap
to
card?
invest some money into this podcast. I'm cupping the microphone
Like a pair of balls.
Man, you got sometimes you
no,
got
just like one
You do.
little one.
Look,
We actually,
I'm just
Like you're in
saying,
an emo band, dude. You gotta hold that microphone upside down and.
for the sake of the visual joke, the microphone is suspended during this
Mid-air.
podcast.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
It's pulling a Mission Impossible.
It is.
It's gonna steal the
Tom
knock
Hanks'
list.
his own self.
Oh.
We are yelling at. in order to
That's
get it.
Tom
Or on
Cruise. That's Tom Hanks.
Colin Hanks, dude. Colin Hanks from Oblivion, alright?
Tom Hanks and
Colin
Mission
Hanks from
Impossible.
Oblivion hangs upside down in James Bond, fucking Nightfall or whatever that game is.
It's the knock list.
The knock list.
Ethan.
Yeah, dude. Ethan
Ethan
Hunt,
Ethan Hunt.
not Hawk from
Yes.
Gattaca.
God,
From
I remember,
Gattaca.
dude. I thought the fucking Mission Impossible game was one of the
On
funnest.
64.
Yeah,
This stop-
dude. PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64.
This thought process is full of misnamed celebrities.
All I remember in the Mission Impossible game was some level where you're in like a bunker, a turret shooting shit that came down the road. It's the only thing I saw when a friend of mine played it.
I do remember that level, and that level comes at like the end of the game.
I never played the game. I just saw a friend play it, and I'm like, that looks dumb. So I didn't get a good, apparently.
Here's the thing about the Mission Impossible game on Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
Tell us.
It came out long after GoldenEye 007 did, and it was just vastly inferior to what that game had already accomplished.
Which is sad,
Even
too.
Way to
though
go, assholes.
it was actually in all logic, it was kind of a better espionage game, because it was the kind of game, like, if a guard saw you, the game was over and you had to restart the entire level.
This
We're gonna-
is a stealth mission.
Yeah, and if we're gonna...
And then you just get... I was so pissed. Sig, fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. He was like, Snake, this is a stealth... I'm doing fucking Steve Blum already. He's like, Snake, this is a stealth mission. Don't get seen. No matter what you do, this is a stealth mission. Stealth! And I'm like, alright. And I fucking got down on all fours and like crawled through the dirt forever and got into a bush. And some asshole with an AK is like, a bush? And he walked over, like, it just kicked me in the head. It was like, oh my god! And I'm like, fuck this game! I can't sneak for shit!
That's not a
Game
SQ, that's an
over.
aside.
Game over!
Game
Tangent.
Yeah, if you want to... Or a
Alright.
tangent, yeah. If you want to get a secret mission, a secret spy game, whatever like that, Splinter Cells are hella good. Until... 3?
Yeah,
Something like that?
The first one
Yeah,
was pretty
three.
good.
Okay.
Then there was something tomorrow. Pandora tomorrow.
Pandora tomorrow.
And
I heard
there
the first
was-
two were like
was this-
solid, and then the fourth or fifth one picks it back up again, but the like two blue in the middle,
I heard
and
good
one
things
was
about
really
the
good.
one.
I remember
Conviction.
at the
Yeah.
time, I think it was like Splinter Cell 3 had this co-op mode for Xbox Live that they did.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
phenomenal.
'Cause
Of
it
course,
was-
now it's a very dated game. Nobody's probably playing it anymore.
It was like mercenaries versus stealth,
yeah.
and so two people were third
Or
person.
Sam Fishers. There was two Sam Fishers, and
There
you
was
had to
two
help each
people-
other out.
And then there were two opponents that were first person. It was very interesting that met on a multiplayer genre, on a multiplayer game. But people haven't really done that since. I don't realize the thing that killed me about Splinter Cell was it was very blunt. It didn't have any style to me. It used to have style. Metal Gear Solid was stylish.
It was stylish.
All the time when I think of Splinter Cell, my first thought is Siphon Filter, and I'm like, no, fuck that game. I'm thinking of something else.
Exactly.
It's a
Oh,
different game.
Siphon Filter.
Fuck Siphon Filter.
I did not play that
Siphon
shit.
Filter's biggest problem was how Gabe, the main character, ran.
Yeah, he's like,
He ran like a fucking asshole.
It sounds like you just said how gay the main character ran.
It was the strangest
How
thing
Gabe,
for,
like Gabriel.
Gabriel.
for possibly the United
heard
States most healthy espionage agent. He controlled like a boat. It was the weirdest thing, dude. He literally left a wake of sludge just
he has,
behind him.
he has all the mobility of a 75-year-old lady in
Yeah,
a
dude.
wheelchair. Like,
not
He
even
had like, the
motorized.
mobility of like a 92 Buick LeSabre, dude. It was
man,
ridiculous.
that is like a boat.
But I remember playing that and be blown away because it was the first game I ever played where you could taser somebody for so long
Yeah.
it would burst into flame. Like you could just go through the whole game just barbecuing enemies
With a stun gun. With, like,
with a fucking stun gun
Didn't
that
that-
had infinite ammo for some reason.
That's
Didn't that one
hilarious.
have like a risk meter where like people would see you, like, this is your risk. Once this gets to red, he's gonna hit you, and you'll be like,
Yes.
bang, 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 bang. You're like, I'm just gonna Rambo through here until I'm at high risk.
And that was the beautiful thing about the game. I think it was the second one actually, where because I think there was like on the PlayStation 1 there was at least 3, maybe.
There's
4.
3 on PS1, there's 1 on PS2, and there's 1 on PSP.
Damn, that's a lot of fucking siphon filter.
Yeah.
Because I know, but yeah, the second one actually had like, for some reason, the enemies in this game could get a headshot on you. It was the only game I've ever played where, yeah, if there's a sniper in the tower, he's aiming for your head, and if you don't serpentine, you're just gonna die by walking. And there was many levels in that game where you had to serpentine through the entire fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you're doing an S pattern through this just open ass area, and you look like an asshole because he runs like a fucking
Yeah,
Like a boat.
He leans.
He
so
leans,
hard.
yeah, but his legs move like so fast, and he's leaning. It just looks so fucking awkward.
He
Like,
doesn't.
whoever made that game. It was what 989. And like they
That's the first clue right there. Don't play that shit. It's
How
989
could you
spy
possibly
game.
look at that run animation and just be like, "That's it, that's it, you go for it."
You think they
Green
mocap
light
it? The
that
guy had
shit.
like a bad day.
He just burps Segued into a sentence.
I don't think that they mocap shit. I think they made that shit on their own, and they're like, "That's good. We don't need mocap. We're good."
Just send it to the programmers, dude.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
This segment was reserved for listener mail, and it's taken the best turn.
Oh,
It's the best- that's the best part about
That's
it.
the listener mail.
This
Why is
became that
Siphon
segment.
Filter dumb?
Because
I
we're
have
fucking
to-
drunk, and the theme of today's show is hatred and the
As-
things that we hate.
As the moderator, I feel obliged that I have to Sigu, as ham-fisted Sigu, into boom, boom, boom. Aaron, I need your help with
You can
this.
do it, Aaron.
I'm not cool.
You can
Do it anyway. Trivia.
Oh yeah.
Brother.
Alright, so what are the stipulations for trivia this
Stipulations. She's scoring.
week? Irene's the score
Our
keeper.
Princess Eilini is scoring.
Princess underscore Irene at twitter.com. is-
You, the adorable little urchin in the front row.
Do I get to play?
Yeah, you're playing.
You.
Your first night
You-
Fight Club, you have to fight.
Yeah.
Shit, this is that thing where I have to do a funny voice at the end.
Yeah.
Fuck, I better not lose.
If you
Yeah.
lose, if you fuck it up, yeah. So don't. Or if you, yeah.
Who's my opponent?
All of us.
All three of
Are you
us.
gonna
Oh,
say
what's that?
What's going on with it if you don't answer?
If it, yes. So there's a stipulation that I've been reminded of just now because this is episode 10. If you answer wrong, you got drink.
Oh, because this is a
Like I'm not
episode.
drinking every fucking moment I
You
get
take a sip.
Look.
empty mouth.
Yeah. You have to drink
That's
more.
why you gotta answer, homie.
Everybody else has to drink. You have to drink more.
Take that.
You fucking lush.
I'll show you guys.
Alright, what's the category?
Better question:
Sorry, I was drinking.
what variety of pizza do you have on your lap right now?
That's the more pressing question.
Sausage.
Import.
The theme is PlayStation 1. Whoops. PlayStation 1 video games.
There better be siphon filter in this bitch.
There is no siphon
Oh,
filter.
you spoilers.
That's yeah.
Are they all
Oh,
categories?
spoiler.
Are we gonna talk a little?
It's it's not even RPGs. Just kind of PlayStation 1 games that I wanted to.
PS1. That's the good category.
Are we gonna talk
PS1.
a little maximum force?
Nope.
No.
Ain't no maximum force in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about Area 51 before Maximum
Oh
Force.
God.
What about the home port of time?
I'm sorry. Greatest PlayStation 1 game ever. Medieval. Thank you.
Sir Daniel.
Sir
Wheel
Daniel
Dine
Fortune-
Hammer.
Wheel Dine Hammer.
Oh, Daniel.
We have-
Fortescue, I presume.
We have future guest Daniel Pierce on this show, and he plays what was that PlayStation Dub All Stars?
Yeah.
PlayStation also. Yeah.
And we're
Sony
playing it-
also-
And you can
Sony-
play as Sir Dan.
Yeah, he plays as Sir Daniel because he's Daniel. And then he always like knocks people around, and he screams "Wheel Dine Hammer" the whole
Every
time.
time.
Like every time he hits
But
you,
he actually
that's
does,
the shit he
he
says.
actually does okay in that game.
No, he does really well, which
Yeah.
is the funny part. He's fucking rocking your world with Sir Daniel,
PlayStation All
screaming
Stars
"Wheel Dine Hammer" at you.
is an underrated game for the record. But let's move on. Wait, Aaron,
Yeah,
what's up?
I'm not huge.
I want to say, I don't mean to like piss anyone off. PlayStation All Stars, fuck Kratos. Just in general. Not even just in that game.
dude,
We're
okay.
bringing it back. Fuck Kratos.
All
That's-
together.
Yeah,
Kratos
OP
is
characters of all
dick.
time. Kratos.
This guy-
This is also subtitled episode 10, the Eat a Dick episode.
Eat a
What?
dick.
Eat a
'Cause
dick,
this-
Kratos.
Eat a Dick has been added to
Garbage
Chris's
thing.
repertoire, and it's there forever now.
It's
Can't
just
leave
my-
it alone.
It's just the. This is the week. This is my current catchphrase.
Eat a dick!
Eat a dick.
It used to be, if you think about it, and I think you'll still do that, but Eat a Dick it's a welcome addition.
All right.
I like that. Round the first!
How welcome is Eat a
So.
Dick? Is it as welcome as chocolate starfish?
Oh.
Yes!
I love you, Dad.
Oh!
Because that doesn't seem very welcome.
It's too early for Fred Durst.
No offense to anybody else, but that's like, he's the
Is
number
that the
one
first
guest
ever
now.
guest chocolate starfish?
Yeah.
He's the number one guest host now. He's
Alright.
solidified himself just doing that.
All right.
Chocolate stuff!
It's all about the nookie! Sorry.
God damn it.
Yeah!
Give me something to break.
Durst,
Like a chainsaw, I'll skin your ass raw.
You'll skin your ass blatty.
Bloody.
Round the first. I think I already screamed that. Round the first.
Yeah, trivia.
Round the first.
How do we buzz in?
Yeah, how do we
Say
buzz
your name.
in?
How do you want to buzz in?
Or say Wildcats.
Say eat a dick.
Wildcats.
We just have to say our name.
Who are we?
Wildcats.
Wildcat.
Who are we gonna beat?
The Wildcats.
Damn it. It's so good.
Uh,
Question the first. I do decree it. No more tangents because it's been decreed.
Get your drinks ready.
Get your drinks fucking. You're all gonna
I'm sorry, can you
die.
explain to me what the topic of our trivia
PS1.
is?
PlayStation 1
Oh, sorry.
games.
I wasn't there. Let's do this.
You were there.
PlayStation
right here.
1 games. You were asking about that one game.
Drinks, sorry. Continue.
Are we gonna play some Blast Core? No, that's 64.
Question 1.
Question 1. Question the first. I do decree it. This collection was offered as a 4 RPG bundle in 2002, whose protagonist dons a red cape.
Chris. Art Delay Collection.
Damn!
Alright.
There's an interesting story about that.
The hint to that was his title is Scottish, translation for a youth.
But the funny thing about that is, that there's a funny story about Art Delay Collection involving our co-host Zach,
Oh
because
shit!
I bought Art Delay Collection when it came out, and then I needed money. Zach and I worked. I was gonna call you Mac. Zach and I worked at
Fat
Crazy.
Mac.
Zach the money.
We worked at Game Crazy together, and I needed money for my car at the time, so I started selling off my.
You should have started hooking.
I should have. I started selling off some games, and Zach bought Art the Lad Collection from me.
Yes.
And then about
For how much? How much did that go for?
I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was somewhere around. I don't remember.
I don't remember, but anyway,
About 3 years later. I
about
think.
longer than that.
Maybe
About 5 or
5.
6 years later, Zach was in a similar situation. He was like, I need money.
You sold
And
it.
so I
back.
rebought Arc the Lad.
Sold that shit back to him.
I bought Arc the Lad back from Zach.
Did you profit or loss from this transaction?
I think
don't-
it was a fair
It was
trade across
probably
the
about
board.
even, yeah.
Like, I'll pay you the same 40 or whatever.
You remember that
Luckily,
shit? That was on High Street.
Luckily, the market had balanced out by the time I resold the game, so there was no loss anywhere.
I know you for a minute, man.
It's been a decade.
Decade.
A
All right,
minute-
what's question number 2?
A minute being 10 years. There's a bonus round.
All right.
Whoa.
Instant bonus round. You guys stumbled across it the first question. Good for you.
Stumbled across.
Bonus round, equally decreed. Name one physical item from the collection. Chris has it.
Sorry.
Well, you won the question, so you have it
Yeah,
anyway.
Oh yeah, I get to say.
I was just gonna say
I have
potion
the
or some
collection.
shit.
You still have it.
There's a hardcover art book.
There you go.
There's a fucking wristwatch that I still have.
There is.
I believe there's also
With a cloth map?
Yeah.
There are thumbsticks
And
with the people's
thumbstick guards.
They're
characters.
not. Are they
Thumbstick guards,
thumbsticks?
yeah.
I thought they were just like
Guards.
circular fucking like button type things.
So though they
Well,
are
they're buttons
silly
for
in
your
shape,
for the
I
DualShock.
they are meant to go over the DualShock.
I didn't know you put them
Thumb
over
pads.
the actual thumb
Yeah.
pads.
And they have like character faces on
Look at me,
them.
huge.
But hardcover art book is the first dance. That came with it.
They had a bunch of weird little like cardboard stand-up people too, like
Yes.
from Guess Who.
I don't have all of those. You're right.
I played that with Lacey the other day.
Did you? Guess Who or Arc the Lad? Guess Who?
Guess who?
Guess
Okay.
who's good? That's a good game.
Guess the Lad.
Battleship.
Question the second. I do decree it. In the quintessential strategy RPG Final Fantasy Tactics, there was a tactics question and you missed it.
Damn.
Please name for me every hidden character.
Oh man, I can't do that.
I'm gonna. There's a hint. There are only 5.
I don't know that.
Can we name one?
Cloud Strife.
I'm at the point.
I'm gonna make you name 3.
I don't know.
That's easy.
It is easy because
Are
Cloud
we talking about original PS1 release or subsequent re-releases?
original.
Original.
So that would exclude Balthier for all of you modernized.
Yeah, but that's on the bonus
But-
round.
Balthier wasn't
yeah.
in the Tactics original.
He was in War of the
He
Lions.
was in War of the Lions.
Was he in War of the Lions?
Yeah.
He was in War of the Lions,
Alright.
not Tactics Advanced.
I love Balthier, man.
Can anybody name 3 of them?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna say Aaron, Cloud, Zach, and Aries. And I'm gonna drink.
No. Who's Aaron?
Aerith.
Oh, Aaron, your name.
Aries.
Aerith.
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 No.
She's
I
in the
don't
game.
know.
Cloud.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got one.
Cloud was. You did. You went one
What about
for.
Sephiroth?
No.
What about Moogle?
That would have been badass. Moogle and Sephiroth?
That'd be- oh,
If I
I would've been
remember
OP.
What
correctly,
about Kate Sith?
do
Yeah,
it,
you.
do it, do it.
No, case
I'm
it.
gonna tap in on this one.
There's only one.
So if
son of
Cloud
a-
Strife was one, that's
Sure.
a given.
Yeah.
Yes.
Celis.
Nay.
Now, if I remember correctly,
Sabin.
Chocobo was in fact an unlockable character at the
No.
end of the game. No?
No.
I
Not
fucking
at all.
drink.
You
I
can
give
just.
up.
You can just have Chocobos. throughout the
Never
game.
mind. Then
Black ones, yellow ones,
Forget-
red ones, I think.
this.
Yes.
Forget what I said.
We all give up. What's the answer?
You all give up, dude. Okay, so there was
Worker
Cloud.
8. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Cloud, Worker 8,
Worker
or
8,
Construct
Cloud.
8.
The fuck?
Reese.
Reyes, or
Reese,
Reese, I guess.
yeah.
Fucking, what got
What does
three?
he do?
You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know the answer.
I did. Well, I have it in front of me. But I was trying to do it off of memory because that was cool. Beowulf
Oh yeah,
Um,
I forgot about Beowulf.
and Byblos.
Wow.
Byblos.
The book?
Byblos.
That was
The
a question.
Yeah,
Minotaur.
Maybe I
Oh,
never
that's
got
different.
those people.
Nah.
That was a question that the moderator couldn't even answer.
Bonus rounds?
Bonus
I got
round.
3.
Let's
Chris,
go.
Balthier,
And there were 2.
Fran.
Eris.
No, there were 2 that they added. Balthier was one of them.
Zidane.
Luso.
Vivi.
Luso.
Luso.
Okay.
Did you guys drink?
From Luso, I think was from Tactics Advance.
Yeah.
So they brought him
Yeah,
in from that.
Tactics Advance 2, actually.
So in War of the Lions, they added Balthier and Luso. Or
Tactics
Advance 2, yeah.
2, yeah, because Tactics Advance 1 was Marsh.
Marsh! Stand Darsh! Sorry. Question the third.
Fucking fly. Sorry. There's a fly dive bombing us. I'm gonna kill this
Just
fucking
got to
fly.
watch you freak the shit out and
I'm gonna kill it.
and scream fucking fly.
Alright.
Question the third. I've already decreed it released here in 1999. This Game Arts RPG follows Alex, a boy chosen as heir to the title of Dragon Master.
Chris.
Chris,
Oh fuck, now I'm questioning it.
I think you know what. I think you know what it is,
Master.
though.
I'm gonna say Grandia.
Zach.
No.
Okay, yeah, because I actually know what it is now.
Zach.
Zach.
Dragon Valor.
Yeah!
No.
That's what I was gonna say!
It wasn't Dragon Valor?
That's what I was gonna
How
say!
was it not Dragon Valor?
I'm glad I didn't say I was gonna say Dragon Valor actually.
You both have your
In this
drink.
corner.
Shit.
Son of a bitch.
Not like either of you need any
I was
more
gonna say
drink.
Dragon
Ray, you got
Valor.
something?
Aaron Yeager, go.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Jaeger.
Aaron
No.
Yeager's Attack on Titan's main character.
Aaron Jaeger.
Aaron Yeager's the main character of Attack
Attack
on
on
Titan.
Titan.
In there.
Oh!
Whenever I hear Aaron, I hear Aaron Yeager.
Attack on Titan's the shit.
I saw
There's a
like the
game
last
now.
half of that.
Aaron Yeager.
Wait, what's your guess there?
Yeah,
host?
what's your guess?
Oh, fucking Enchanted Arms.
Nay.
No! I'm sorry,
PlayStation 1!
repeat the question, please.
I know it was. I don't give.
I'll repeat the
Repeat the
theme.
question real quick.
It's PlayStation 1.
Yeah, Enchanted Arms is 360.
I
So
know
that's
it was.
That's 2 generations
Repeat
away.
the repeat
Release-
the
Tales
question.
of Fantasia.
Released here in
No.
1999.
Yes.
Oh, I should have put that shit on here. It's not on the trivia, so hint, Tales of Fantasia ain't here. This Game Arts RPG
Game Arts, though.
follows Alex, a boy chosen as
Oh,
heir.
Chris! Lunar!
Lunar, Silver Star Story.
I'm dumb!
Game Arts. I'm
Yeah.
thinking working designs.
No.
No, that was a working designs
No.
release.
Silver Star
Here, I
Story.
lost that shit.
Silver Star Story complete. I also have that. It was I also bought back from Zach.
Oh shit.
Back from Zach! I hit the Zach! Alex, I should have known.
I'm
And get him.
dumb. 'Cause but to be fair, the other Game Arts RPG on PS1 is Grandia.
Yeah, but it didn't follow
No,
Alex.
it didn't follow
I'll
Alex.
tell you that much.
Did you
Yeah.
say there were 4 questions per?
There are 4. Question the 4th. Unacceptable. Shit, that thing reverberated like a
Yeah.
cathedral in here.
Yeah.
Question the 4th, I do decree it.
Hmm.
The first installment of this series, published by Crystal Dynamics, featured a follow-up developed by Crystal Dynamics in which a
Chris!
vampire, now Wraith, seeks vengeance on his master. What is that
I was
game?
gonna say Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the answer!
I was gonna say 2 things. One,
my
why do you
fucking
Soul
keep
Reaver.
saying the fucking words when he's already called in? You're supposed to let him answer right then and there in case he fucks
Yeah.
up.
It's
You're
true.
like, hold on,
No,
I know
I
you called
knew.
in. You get priority, but let's finish
I'm
Halt.
telling
gonna say,
you.
I'm gonna
Halt,
say
citizen.
Soul Reaver first.
Halt, citizen. I'll put my hand on your chest.
Alright.
Stop right
You got
there,
it fucking right, though.
scum.
Thank you.
You don't have to drink, but you're probably going to
I'm gonna drink
anyway.
anyway. I'm gonna drink for fun.
This guy's cocky as hell.
I'm gonna
Not
say
cocky.
blood on
He
the
gets
legacy.
smarter
of
when he
Kain.
drinks.
You know what?
It's confidence.
That's not true. Eat a dick.
Dead.
Eat a dick. That's the first round.
Fuck!
Alright.
Eat a dick.
We're gonna try to make this a quick cast because we still gotta play video games after this.
Oh my god.
Round 1 of trivia has been concluded.
I like PS1.
What's next?
Me too, but apparently not as much as you did.
The next is I'm gonna ham-fisted segue us into the top 3 with Princess Eileeni.
Super
Aw,
racist.
shit.
Sorry.
That pizza,
That's okay.
dog.
I'm pretty racist, though. You should know that.
I know. Yeah,
I'm racist.
me
All
too.
yeah, you too. We're all pretty.
Let me get one of these.
Yeah.
Let me get one of them whites.
Should I wait till Aaron comes back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some of them.
You can just start with
Colombian
Since this is the DrunkCast, I don't
Yeah.
think anything's getting edited ever.
That's
Right.
all
This
right.
part, we're all trying to get in on some pizza. Let me get some of that, by the way. And then, thanks, man. Pizza time!
Peace time.
So just get started.
Oh, shell shocked.
Alley Cat Blues.
Who turned out the lights?
Shell shock.
I don't know so many of these. Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
Turtles in Time is great.
Yeah.
That was when Konami was
Prehistoric Turtlesaurus.
Konami was making a lot of games using that same formula. Because you guys remember Sunset,
They should, because that
Sunset
shit was
Riders?
great.
Yeah,
we talked
dude.
about Sunset Riders. That was... Were those all the same, same year?
They were
Turtles
the
in
same
Time,
generation.
Sunset Riders, those were all Konami, huh?
Yeah, Konami. Konami had a run of a lot of games. They did Buster Bust Loose.
Fuck, man.
They
I remember
they
that.
did Contra 3 Alien Wars.
Yeah. Yes,
did-
they did.
Yeah. Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I watched somebody play that when I was younger, obviously.
They didn't make that. Was LucasArts, actually.
Was it?
Doesn't that game have like 300 levels or some weird shit like
Like
that?
150, I
It's like
think.
I
a
don't know.
never-ending game.
It's
I-
good.
well,
I love Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
After 150 levels.
Yeah,
It
finally stopped.
says the same thing with Pac-Man, though. Pac-Man's got like some weird 255 or 289 levels, and then they have some weird 4-level split where at the end you have to do like a mirror thing in it.
Oh.
I bought Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Art of Fighting for $15 each at a KB store in Indiana.
Oh shit, KB Toys.
Mhm.
I remember that. I liked it. It didn't have as much nostalgia to me as like Funko Land or Like a Hero.
Aaron ran back in, but ran to the drum.
But he tripped over my fucking drum set.
Now Zach's pissed at me.
Don't put your balls in my drum set, man.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm sorry.
So,
I tried to be fast and
Top
it was a
three for-
mistake.
It's fine.
The top three for
because I
today.
lost my place, we're going back over trivia round 1.
All right, dude. I want another shot at this.
Legacy Gang, Soul Reaver.
I hope in round 2.
Justin, Arc the Lad
Grandia.
collection.
Excuse me, can the questions in round 2 be geared a little bit towards me?
The questions in round 2 will remain as I have them because I can't make new ones on the fly.
So I
Question, you should be like round 2. What is Zach's favorite game?
Yes. It was Aaron.
Let me guess.
Question
It's
the
got
4th. I do
Castlevania,
decree it.
It rhymes with Symphony of the Blight.
Symphony of the opposite of light.
Plymphony of... Okay.
Symphony of the night.
Yes.
Rhymes with opposite of the night.
Opposite of the night.
Princess Irene,
I'm sorry.
Hello.
you have a list for us to make. You have a topic.
I do.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I'll be able to do this.
Oh,
Top
yeah?
3?
Is it that hard?
Because, well, I'm not attracted to video game characters.
Oh,
I am.
awkward.
I am.
Well,
Oh,
I guess.
God.
Kratos?
What about like prowess or something?
OP.
Not just like
Master
physical.
Chief.
Like
Is Michael Fassbender a
He
video
can
game
be.
character?
No.
Is he a
use
video
him
game
as
character?
one.
That's my
here.
top one.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do video game character crushes, and we'll start with Zach.
Number 1.
Fuck.
No, number 3.
Number 3.
I mean, number 3.
Number
This
3.
pizza is rubbery.
Who,
I'm trying to buy some.
Is this, now wait, what's the definition of crush? Is this somebody we want to bang?
Yeah, or
Or at
whatever.
least
you
did
one
when
that
you
you're
were growing
attracted
up.
to. Yeah.
Is crush somebody you want to bang or somebody you highly respect?
Yeah, what is
Or
it?
whatever your definition is.
Alright.
I don't
Okay.
think I've wanted to
Velcro?
bang a video game character since I was an adolescent.
I
So
I haven't wanted to
fine.
bang a video game character since Tifa Lockshark.
Oh.
Wait,
Did you just say? Did you just say shart?
Yeah.
Pop shark.
Wow. Drink.
Okay.
Speaking of which, can somebody maybe crack me a beer or hand me some alcohol? Because I am out.
You're
of my
out?
drink
Do you want
right now. Yep, that's what I want.
Gordon Biersch?
I only have diet
Is
sodas.
it
might be
is it twist top?
No, it's Gordon
You
Biersch.
have this.
Use the
I
gauntlet.
debated getting you this for your birthday. I'm glad
Oh,
I didn't because you have
Good
it.
thing you
Justin,
didn't.
I can always use 2.
Justin's bottle opener is the Infinity Gauntlet.
It is. It's made out of fucking surgical steel.
It's made out of the fucking time.
It's made out of.
gem.
It's made out
Time
of the
the Soul
Infinity
Gem.
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Number 3
I just made
Pick.
time the soul gem.
for my all-time video
You know how to
game
do this.
crush.
You
Yeah.
know how to start at 3 and
I'd
go
have
into
to
Sunday.
say, hailing from Capcom's Raccoon City, Mrs. Jill Valentine.
Wait.
Damn.
Jill Valentine from what game?
Particularly Jill Valentine from Nemesis.
That's right,
I knew
son.
it.
Okay,
Damn.
Like
so
everybody.
for 2
Mini
reasons.
skirt, short hair.
That's why.
Exactly.
Okay.
For mainly the reason.
Stars.
mainly for the reason, by this point in Resident Evil 3, Jill has survived one massive Umbrella outbreak, and
Sure.
now she's in the midst of her second. But more importantly, yeah, you know, she's wearing a halter top,
A tube top.
tube top actually,
Mhm.
Tube top.
and that weird jacket tied around her waist, like
But a mini skirt.
You know, in that sense, they kind of made Jill a little more provocative. You know, less looking in the uniform, police kind of thing, a little more skin showing. So it's kind of hard not to notice those kind of things. Especially by this point, it was like, what, 98,
It's a cop you
99?
feel like you've got a chance with.
Talk about the hair.
She's got pretty sweet, like cute, like girl next door kind of bob.
It's short. It's like super short.
Yeah, it's a short bob.
Excuse me,
cut.
officer. Did you just get your hairs cut?
You know.
Short hair.
In
and
Resident
Jill
Evil 1,
Valentine.
it's a little
Did you
hard to
just get
notice because she's
shirted?
wearing her, you know, her hat.
Her
She's wearing
beret.
her, you know, her police hat. But in this one, she's a little more, you know, maybe she was at the club, you know,
Wasn't she on
maybe.
her way to a party or something?
Yeah, she's on her way to a
and
party.
She heard about
Maybe she was leaving the hospital, getting like an STD test done. I don't know the way she's dressed. It's hard to tell.
Damn, girl.
But
None
yeah,
of those
you know,
zombies gave me herbs.
Jill
Hurts.
looked pretty good in Resident Evil 3, and you know what? It's nice because I'm always a big fan of female empowerment,
Yeah.
and women were pretty badass in gaming at that point.
In
in
Resident
time.
Evil's got a lot of powerful female protagonists. Claire's got a new game coming out actually.
Good job for Claire, because you know what? Rebecca Chambers, she just did not hold the torch, man.
I'm gonna
Billy had to
maintain.
show up in Zero and save her ass. It was just too much for me.
I'm gonna maintain.
I don't
Women have
even
been
know how to play
badass
the
for a
piano.
while. Like Metroid's a hella old game and stuff like that. So they've been cool, but you gotta look. I mean, even now.
They
Yeah.
even said that it was a he in the man.
You know,
In
Chucky
the
Even.
Yeah.
well, in number 1, Metroid 1.
Yes.
Metroid 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. it was
So-
like a fake out.
It's a fake out.
Fake out. Yeah.
He's the coolest guy you know until he busts his armor open and it's a chick. Whoa! I've been masturbating to a dude this whole time. Oh,
All right.
so
Chris?
Metroid is my number 3. As the
Glad we
guy
jumped.
Metroid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Male Metroid. Right. The actual Metroid, not Samus Aran.
No.
The Metroid.
Mr.
The
Metroid.
the actual
The
Metroid.
Metroid. No, the guy in the armor. The
Oh.
Metroid.
That's
the
the
guy.
Metroid.
That's his name, yeah.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden's dad.
Ninja
Chris
Gaiden's dad.
is your number 3.
I'm gonna go with. Well, see,
I believe that's pronounced Ninja Gaiden's dad.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
My number. I was actually gonna say Jill from Resident Evil 3. Believe it or
Oh
not.
shit.
Wow.
But I'm gonna have to. And you already said Tifa. I was gonna say Tifa too.
I thought you hated Tifa.
What? I fucking love Tifa.
No, I'm sorry.
You hate
I
Eris.
apologize. You hate Eris.
I
Mhm.
hate Eris can eat a dick. But because you said Eris, because you said Tifa already, I'm gonna go with Renoa, and I'll tell you why.
Go with Kate Sith.
No, okay, Sith's pretty hot,
Hmm.
or Queena, but
Or Yuppie.
Yuppie's good.
She's hella 12.
Hell, 12.
Even better.
12 as fuck.
Because in time.
No,
man,
but
On this
things-
podcast-
Renoa,
Disclaimer: on this podcast, we do not condone
speak for
pedophilia.
yourself.
Thank you for saying pedo instead of pedo.
Slap me some skin, brother man.
It's different.
High five to grammatical correctness.
I'm gonna say Renoa because Renoa. I think I like the way she looks, but also she has the same birthday as me, March 3rd.
That's the reason.
That is
Well, there you go.
lame.
That's
I like
to
Renoa, though.
vote. That's a lame ass.
Like, we could
number
celebrate
3.
birthday together.
I like Renoa because of the titties. How about that?
Nice.
All right. No, because I like Renoa. I think
That's
she's
the reason I
hot.
like Tifa.
Yeah.
No, Tifa's nice.
No,
She's
Renoa-
nice.
She's
She's
nice.
got a good personality.
No.
That's why I like her.
It's her.
Not a good personality, but she got a good heart
She's got a good rack.
underneath those boobies.
She's got a
All right,
lot of heart.
Aaron,
A
number
large
3.
heart.
What do you got?
She got huge tracts of land.
Excellent. I'm gonna say, fuck no. Jill Valentine in the fucking stars get up.
How did number 3 get like Jill Valentine? This whole
Jill Valentine!
Yeah.
fuck man.
Like Jill Valentine from Marvel's Capcom 2, Jill Valentine. What-
Hell
yeah,
Yes.
That's good.
Oh,
Marvel
yes.
versus
All of that.
Capcom 2,
Mhm.
Jill
Jill
Valentine.
Okay.
She's a member of Stars. She declares so like 4 times a match.
Damn.
And she summons the Nemesis.
She does. She's like, oh, and
Well,
then
not
he-
Nemesis, but
Well, yeah, Tyrant. And she'll be like, oh no, a zombie. Oh no, a zombie. Oh no, a bird. Oh no, a dog. All fucking match.
And she'll hook you up with some bird. If you
She's
want.
got hella greener. She'll
Hell,
pop in
she's
and be
got the
like,
green.
Yep.
critical.
That's a good reason.
She's like, hey, y'all heard? I heard somebody needs some Mary Jane.
It's actual like the tube top and the mini skirt does not do it for me. And as a youth, seeing her dressed like that, I'm like, what are you doing, girl? I thought
Put a jacket on.
I thought you had more class than
Who
that.
fucking dressed you?
But Jill Valentine.
How has nobody said
Nice.
Navi yet?
Your turn. What do you got?
That's a good question.
I'm
Listen.
gonna go with Elizabeth because spoilers, she ain't my daughter.
Hey, Elizabeth is pretty good. That's a good one.
She's
It's 'cause-
adorable.
It's because I like her.
Hey, Elizabeth's got jugs.
Why is it always just about the jugs?
It is
Love
all
you,
about
Elizabeth.
jugs.
She's all hidden up on the
No,
on
but
that
you
one.
can tell.
You
I
can
feel like they're being restricted. I feel like
Does this
Yeah,
have
but-
anything to do with a particular Halloween costume from a couple of years back?
kind of.
That was like last year.
She was not a sex symbol to me at all until my wife dressed as Elizabeth. I'm like, oh, I can't get enough of Elizabeth.
Did Amy dress up as
No,
Elizabeth?
She did. And I was Booker T. Washington.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
The creator of the peanut.
Tell me. Yes.
At my work, they get toys all the fucking
He
time.
created the peanut.
Because I work at a toy store. We got Bioshock toys
Shit.
like hella days ago when the game had just come out. I had not played Bioshock.
You got the
Infinite.
Boys of Silence. I
There
know
were-
you did.
It was a 2-pack. The whole pack came with 4 and 4. 4 Boys of Silence and 4 Elizabeth. And I'm like, who the fuck wants this Boy of Silence?
Right.
And then when I played the game like months later, I'm like, that guy's in like fucking 10 minutes of gameplay.
Barely.
Anyway, I'm like, that is a pretty fucking doll.
Yeah.
But it's a doll.
Action figure.
It's an action figure.
Action
But when
figure
I buy this
dick.
gal, she's a doll. She's got like this nice velvety dress, and I'm like, that is fucking gorgeous. But I have not played this game, and if I buy that, I'm buying a doll.
Yes.
I should not buy this Elizabeth figure. Now I'm kicking myself in the ass.
She's
I
cool
want that
though. You get to
Elizabeth figure.
just like
Take those clothes off.
on the
Also-
non-sexist point, like you get to see her progression as a character in her youth. You get to see her progression, not her progression, but where she progresses to as an older. I mean, like when she gets to be like, I think she's 50 in the future aspect and stuff. It's really cool, and she's still like not one of those characters you're like, man, you turned into a bitch or something like
But did
that.
you
She's
play-
not like a dick character. She's still pretty cool when
Did you
she's.
play through Burial at Sea?
I did not.
I didn't do part 2.
Nerd.
I have a feeling I would like her more
You know,
after I
it's-
played that.
You would.
Well, it's different. You play literally as Elizabeth in episode 2. Only.
Right.
And like, so yeah, you get to learn a little bit more about it. But it's different. It's not like Elizabeth from Infinite. It's Elizabeth from
Yeah,
Alternate.
from that. I love those games,
I know you do. I know you do.
and I had to
Bioshock Infinite.
put Elizabeth on there because she's a cool chick, man.
Elizabeth's good. She's
yeah, she's a
not.
cutie.
I mean,
Yeah, she's
I
not.
guess she's not no Jill Valentine
Jane
between you,
Overnoa.
but
Yeah, she didn't
Everybody.
end up on 2 people's list unless she does later.
she ain't no Bill Belvedere, but you know
Noah Hartilly.
what? Renoa Hartilly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She had a weird ass last
What's your
name.
third, Irene?
What's your third, Irene? Don't say
My
Michael
third-
Fassbender. That's my second.
I'm not going to.
Good.
My third one comes from when I was a dykey teenager.
Aw.
And
Oh.
yes, so it's
A
King
phase.
from Art
Oh,
of
yeah,
Fighting.
that's a
Hell
good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
She was just
I love
everything
King.
for me.
First boobs
Yeah.
I ever kind of had.
Right?
saw in a video.
Right?
Don't let Megan.
That solidified it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Bum.
Bow wow. I got doubled.
You did. You got two double
Hey,
teams.
I
King's
got
a good
double
one.
fisted.
King's great.
I'm gonna agree with you because
Thank
King.
you.
I love King. Oh my god, I
King's
love
the
King.
best.
I purposely I play King of Fighters 13 is the most recent King of Fighters.
Mhm.
If you here's a little pro tip: if you defeat King with a special move, her shirt pops open and she lands like that.
Is that why those are the first?
They are. I
Tease
think
you
what
ever
the game
saw?
was what, 90...
Yeah, 'cause it
You're talking about Art of Fighting?
Yeah.
right?
First
Art of
time-
Fighting is like 93.
93,
Mm.
right? It's the first time King
Yeah.
ever showed up, and that was the first batch of
Well-
bra-covered boobies that I'd ever seen as a child.
In
I
93,
think I was in second grade.
in
Sure.
Art of Fighting, it
Damn.
was, that was the first game she was in, and it was actually a secret to the player too that she was a girl because she was posing as a bouncer to
As
a
a,
bar.
yeah.
And she couldn't be the bouncer because she was a girl, so she pretended to be a boy. That's why she has short hair, even though the short hair is pretty much the best thing about her. I
And
like
her-
I'm
short hair.
feeling like there's a
tits.
running thing
Yeah.
here. It's like huge
Short
rack, short hair. You all love it.
Short hair's.
I like short hair
Not
too.
on
That's kind of
men.
cool.
She
Not on
doesn't
men.
see.
Cute.
I
Right.
love short hair.
You like Irvine Kinius.
Hmm?
Irvine.
Long hair, Irvine.
Irvine. No.
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 Did you say Irvine, California?
No.
Irvine.
Irvine.
Never mind.
Just kidding.
All
It's
right.
pronounced Irvine.
Zach, number
Irvine.
2.
Irvine.
Let's go.
I
Oh,
almost said
Christ. My
Christ?
number 2.
Jesus Christ, my second crush.
Yeah, you got me.
From the video game Bible Adventures from the NES.
Oh, what was her name? She was the robot from...
Cosmos.
Yep, Cosmos.
Cosmos from Xenosaga?
series.
Yeah, dude.
That's a trivia
Mhm.
point right there.
I did.
You said, what's the robot? And I said, Cosmos.
You know,
Cosmos and Shion had a little lesbian thing going on.
Boom.
I did not know that.
Xenosaga 1,
You know, what can I
Little bit
say
of
about
lesbian.
robots in video games? There's something about robotic aesthetic perfection that, I mean, all fantasy robots kind of play into, and Cosmos is kind of that. She's kind of, you know, she's got the perfect stature, she's got
Cosmos-
long silver-ass hair, and she's mechanical in certain parts.
Cosmos from Xenosaga 3, when she had that little diamond on her cleavage. Let me ask a question. She's a robot.
Mhm.
Why does she need tits?
Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Why not?
sir?
Why not tits?
You were programming a
I
robot.
know she needs tits so people will pay attention to her when she's engaged in dialogue with other characters.
She
in the
needs
game.
boobs so that she doesn't feel all different from the other apparent
But
females.
here's the thing about,
they don't want her to be
Xenosaga-
ostracized.
In Xenosaga 3, when she does her super, she has a super that the armor around her chest comes apart, so you see even more boobs, and then she shoots a beam out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cosmos is a good choice.
It's a good choice. They don't want her to be all like ostracized and be like, "Hey, that chick's got no tits." She's like, "I am a robot," and they're like, "Get her!"
You know, that's in the era
Fucking twinks.
of mechanical sex and live dolls and those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking clinks.
Cosmos
Cosmos.
is kind of like the pinnacle of that technology. Next question.
Next question. Next
I think
person.
it's
See, I'm
My number
exposing
2
myself here on the internet.
I
for
like
you guys.
My number 2 is Theo from Metal Slug.
Interesting.
I'll tell you why.
Do it.
Let me guess. Glasses.
The glasses,
Yeah.
son!
Girls with glasses. That's why I make my wife wear
Titties.
glasses. They don't even have
Yeah.
lenses.
I pick Theo in every Metal Slug every time.
Damn.
Only Theo. That game's Theo Slug.
Theo Slug.
Aaron,
Slug.
number 2, Aaron.
It's rough. I got a couple.
You can do honorable mentions after we're
You
done,
can.
if there's more.
Thanos. The Bulge.
Thanos.
The bulge was
Onslaught
nice.
from Marvel.
Ooh.
Fucking on.
it's
Professor
both
Xavier.
Professor X and
Professor
Magneto.
Xavier from like X-Men Mutant Academy. No. Excellent. That's not what I want. But I don't know if this is number 1 or number 2, but I'm saying it now because I'm on the fence. Cammy.
Good job.
God
Nice.
damn. I would play as nothing but Cammy and fight and hope to God she did the fucking win victory where she turned around. I would be like,
It seems like most of these have been sheerly aesthetic.
So if
Yeah.
Cammy was your wife, you would provide her with daily menial tasks just so she can, you know, victor in that pose.
No,
for you
she's
every
like does
now
the
and
dishes.
then.
She's like they're
I
done.
did
You're
the
like you're not gonna
dishes.
like that's a
You can buy
victory.
that
Everything's a
outfit.
small victory.
I checked the mail. Turn around.
You can buy that outfit and make that happen. Aaron's got a girlfriend.
And in a Cammy outfit. There
And
you go.
you can get a Cammy outfit. This can become a reality.
A cameo.
That'll be the video podcast.
That will be. Aaron dressed up in the cameo outfit.
Well, Aaron in the Cammy outfit. Even better.
I'll do the.
Yatta! That's Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
I
Did
know
they jump
what
up
it
and
is.
down, hella happy?
All right, Justin, what's your number 2?
Fucking
That's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well
It was.
played.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be weird because it's not number 1, but I liked Jack from Mass Effect 2 because I'll tell you why.
Everyone's quiet, like.
I would
They're,
say-
they're like
Yeah.
fucking weird
He's
choice,
about to
dude.
drop some truth on y'all.
So she's bald. That grabs you immediately.
Yeah,
She
dude.
just bald immediately. But I was intrigued because she's like ultra powerful, and then you can like I guess romance different people in that game, which you can. I tried to do it with like several different
I
people.
guess you can. I never did it myself.
I did. She was my first, and I was intrigued by it because she was hella broken as a character, both powerful and like mentally unstable. She was like, she was insecure and stuff like that. But you're like talking to her about stuff. You're just like, what? Like, where do you come from? Why? Stuff like that. So you always have to trek down to the bowels of your ship because that's where she hangs out. You won't be
Hangs out
near
in the fucking boiler room.
anybody. Yes.
She's Fred
And it
Krueger
smells like
in
farts,
space.
and you're like, I don't want to be down here. Why do you live here? She's like, "Ugh, cot and it's metal.
Yeah.
He's sitting there talking to her, and I wanted to just talk to her immensely. She's the most interesting person on that game for me to talk to.
Do you?
And I wanted to sleep with, what's her name, Lieutenant Kelly or whatever?
But did you?
But she wasn't interesting like Jack
Did
was.
you bump fuzzies with her?
Eventually.
Nice.
Did you?
And she
Was
gets
your
all-
character a female or male though? Because I had a female character.
I
Got
s-
some hot, warm, fuzzy bumping.
I started with the
I thought Jack was a
male.
lesbian.
Two beavers building a
I
dam.
started with a male, and then I rolled a femshep, and I slept with Lieutenant Kelly.
Nice.
Or what's her name? What's her name? Kelly. But Jack is like the most interesting person for me. The tertiary character, or like secondary teammate in any of the Mass Effects.
Did you initial Jackbone or secondary Jackbone? Because she comes to you and she's like, why the fuck are you so interested? You want to fuck me? And you can be like, yeah, I do. And then you fuck and that's
No,
it.
this
Or
is
you can be
secondary.
like, no, that's not what it's about. She's like, you don't make any sense. And she leaves and comes back crying.
Yeah.
Like all women.
It was that. Fuck.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
That's not what I'm saying.
Just like our own Princess Irene.
Mass Effect is so red and light.
Why won't you?
We cry. I'm just kidding.
No, so that. Although I also liked Morden and Garrus. Those were cool, but I don't think you can sleep with them.
Morden.
Kind of, but you can't sleep with them, so I slept with
I am
Jack.
a very model of a Solarian.
She's my bronze medal. No, I liked her. I thought she was cool. And then I had her on my team the whole fucking time. But she's just like fucking lift, or what was that called? When you like anti-grav people, it's called something weird.
Singularity,
no,
right?
pull.
Oh, yeah.
You pull and it lifts them. It just like suspends them. I'm like, I didn't pull them to me at all. Fuck this game.
All right, Princess Irene.
Your turn.
My number 2 is a skinny pale guy.
Your husband?
Irvine Kinneas.
Yes, my husband, the video game.
Who does not listen to this podcast.
It's me
Oh, cool.
on the weed.
Yeah.
Zell
Exactly.
from Final Fantasy VIII.
Hot dog
Zell
eater.
Dinchkidigoodness, however you pronounce his last name.
Oh.
Yes, suddenly it's yes. No, it's Genya.
Genya?
Genya
Arikano?
Oh! Jeez, you owe me a Coke,
Fucking
nigga.
Alucard up in this bitch.
Yes.
Who that?
He's beautiful.
Who
You
that?
wanna know what's funny about Genya? Is
Arika.
that I use Genya as my name in most MMOs because it's never taken.
Yeah, that's true.
Who that?
'cause-
Genya is he's from Aria of Sorrow, the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
And that
It is later revealed that he is actually Alucard.
That's Alucard's
Dun, dun,
alter
dun.
ego.
What is it?
He has been Alucard the whole time, even in Symphony of the Night. You find out
Yes.
Genya is also
Well, yes,
Alucard.
because in Aria of Sorrow, it
Alucard.
takes place in like 2020,
2035.
2035. So by this point, he's needed to take on several alter egos.
Oh.
Yeah,
to
that guy
exist
died. I'm someone else.
With the ever fluctuating
Totally.
global economy,
Well, he
I mean,
looks
information.
different. He's got like
Totally.
a suit on and he's got long black hair.
Genya is the shit.
Fucking hot.
He looks like a fucking Japanese rock star.
He
man.
does.
Alucard is pretty hot though. If you like
Alucard
the
is
tall,
too. He gets honorary mention.
pale, skinny guys. You know.
Yeah. So that's my number 2.
That's respectable.
Thank you.
I like that.
I think so.
You have my
Number-
approval.
Number
Numero
number
uno.
one.
Yep.
Drop a number 1 on us.
My number one
Rip a grumpy.
video game crush,
Do it, baby.
I have to say, would be Miss Mai Shiro.
God damn it! That was
Yeah,
mine.
that was one of my honorable mentions.
That was mine.
I mean, what can I say?
You don't need to say
As an
anything.
Yeah, everyone
adolescent
knows.
playing video games, I mean,
Exactly.
she just kind of shapes up everything that teenage boners consist of. I like my women round and voluptuous, as you can
bouncy.
tell by my wife. And I mean, Mai Shiranui is kind of the most hourglass-shaped woman of all hourglass-shaped women.
You should have knew it.
She makes it a point to lean forward at like a 90-degree
Yeah,
angle
you know,
to bounce
she's got
around.
the bounciest. I mean, it's
'Cause
like
it's really
Flubber
heavy.
and King of
Yeah,
Fighters
so she
got
likes it.
together and produced Mai Shiranui's breasts. What can I say? They bounce all over the
Jerry
place.
Lewis got together. Yay, King of Fighters! I give you the boingy
And
for
they
your
go with
boobs.
the bounces.
This life, and I put the thing in your boingy, boingy.
Jewish comedians. But yeah, what can I say? She's probably the hottest woman in video game history, and I would love to thank the men and women over at SNK for King of Fighters 13 and
Sure
how
enough.
beautiful those high-res sprites are.
And some of the difficult times that they got you through.
Well,
Oh.
that was my number 1.
Sorry.
But seeing as how Zach picked it, I'll go.
Pick what's her name from Parasite Eve? I forgot her name.
Aya
immediately.
Brea.
Aya Brea, yeah.
Aya Brea and those blue-ass angel blue eyes.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Did anybody play Parasite Eve 3?
What?
There was a Parasite Eve 3?
What the fuck?
When
Yes.
did this game come
It's on
out?
PSP. It's called The Third Birthday.
Oh,
Oh.
God, no. I haven't played a PSP game since Monster
I didn't know that
Hunter
was.
Unite came
I
out.
knew it was third birthday,
That
but I
is
didn't play
literally
it.
Parasite Eve 3.
Is it
Is
It's
it?
called
Is it
The Third
literally
Birthday.
Parasite
Yes.
Eve 3?
Literally.
Not even a spiritual successor.
No,
That's Parasite
it is
Eve
Aya
3.
Brea in Parasite Eve 3. The third
Fuck,
birthday.
man.
And this is old school PSP,
Yeah.
not PS Vita?
Yeah.
No.
No, PSP.
Wow, dude, I was jamming that PSP in high school, man.
So in the third birthday,
It's a
you get
decade
different.
ago.
It
You
was.
get different outfits for Aya. There's some hot ass outfits for her. So you can actually put her pretty much in her bra and panties. That game is good. Actually.
I would love to go ahead and take a moment to thank
I wanna
Japan for their need to put women in underwear.
Thank
I
you,
also want to
Japan.
point
Thank
out.
you, Japan.
I also want to point out that the third birthday, along with Crisis Core, was directed by N-Type Zero, the guy who's directing Final Fantasy 15. But
Is that?
that's not my answer. Aya Brea is not it. I'm gonna go.
With Nobu Ematsu.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Chun-Li
Oh.
because Chun-Li is second to my Shiranui because Chun-Li always had a more subtle sexuality, but sometimes she would do kicks and
Covered,
sometimes she would do
right.
sweeps, and you'd see a little glimpse of the booty. There's some booty there.
No, and she got those gams, see? She got some stems. She got some sticks, eh?
thighs.
Thighs.
For days.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chun-Li because thighs.
Thighs!
Aaron, number 1.
He's a thigh guy.
All right, honorable mention.
Bill Nye, the
My
thigh guy.
I'm losing pizza here. My honorable mention.
Your Shiranui.
Yeah, what's your Shiranui, dog?
What's your...
He doesn't.
You know what? It's hard. It might have been Cammy, but I'm gonna say, not into cripples, but biking.
Oh, there you
Biking from
go.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Biking's good.
Okay.
Biking
Not that
is
I'm
cool.
like no cripples, but fucking biking is a badass.
Man, biking's got some chest.
And
Although
she's got some
if we're
chest.
talking about hot from Guilty Gear, you got Dizzy and you got Eno.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, Eno was cool.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty cool. She took her shirt off. She turned around.
She's got the heavy metal thing.
Well,
going
yeah,
on.
and she's like fucking like a ripping guitar player with an evil hat. That's
Yeah.
all of
She's
that was
fucking
rad.
Slytherin.
Yes, she was basically Slytherin.
She's a Harry Potter character, right?
She's the
Yeah,
head
I
of
played
Slytherin.
Guilty Gear Xrd. I'm like probably one of the only people in America to play that shit.
XRD3 or whatever it's called.
Zerther.
Xrd.
Biking is in a world where there's like genetically engineered super soldiers and motherfuckers with magic and spirit possessed bullshit,
Mhm.
and she's got one arm and one eye and whoops fucking ass
She was hella cool.
because she hates everyone, I guess.
Now we know Aaron's got an amputee fetish, which is pretty cool.
Well, there it is. It's on the table.
I respect that.
Aaron's girlfriend. I don't know if we want to say her name now, but
I like it.
you know what to do.
I said
He
his
likes
name like
amputees.
5 times.
Oh, Lacey, fucking lose an arm and a leg if you can.
If you
Yeah,
can.
if you can.
She didn't lose a
fingers
leg.
are cheap.
Just my arm
Biking's
and
got
eye.
2 legs.
Yeah,
Fingers are expendable.
hmm
Fingers, you know, whatever.
You gotta have a couple fingers. So
Aaron, I want to be with you. That's gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Haha.
Hmm.
We don't have trombones on this podcast.
number 1 for Justin, right?
My number 1 is a woman. You'll all be surprised to know.
Wow.
Isla from Chrono Trigger.
No, her name is Sharon Nui.
My?
Sharon. Nui.
My Sharon Nui is I'm gonna.
different than your Sharon Nui.
It's still Tifa Lockhart.
Tifa Lockhart's good.
She was the girl next door. You find out about her past. I don't want Eris dead like you all do, but I still like Tifa way better.
Miniskirt, midriff, titties, for days.
What
Yeah,
could go wrong?
Those all too.
Dolphin ponytail.
There's something about that little thing where it's just like you're dreaming on the jungle gym when you're little, and then you grow up and you're just like, we supposed to be together. I'm a traditionalist, I guess. I don't know.
Plus,
And you adventure, you go and adventure together, and you can go to like Gold Saucer with her, or
And
you can like do
You can go on the roller coaster, not the roller coaster, the fucking
gondolas.
the ferry ride or the gondola ride
Mhm.
with her, and that's exactly why I say fuck Eris, because she's not Tifa. She's getting in the way.
She is kind of,
Get
and you
away.
want like technically, you want to be with.
Tifa.
You wanna be
because
with
Tifa's
Tifa.
a childhood friend. Why are you going with Eris, who you met like half an hour ago
It's
on
also-
the street?
It's weird though how that game's trying to condition you
oh,
to like
so
both
you're
women.
homeless, huh? You live in this rundown
You
abandoned
sell flowers,
church.
huh? That's hot. That's
Flowers.
hot.
That's not. That's nice.
That's
Tifa's got a job. That's nice.
What do you
Tifa runs
what do
a
you
bar.
what do you have to say? What do you like? Oh, my mom lives in the slums. Yeah, that's cool. That's a
Takes
cool
care
thing.
of someone
That's
else's
cool. I like
kid.
your bangs.
I like your bags. You got flowers in the church. That's sacrilegious.
Oh, you got-
I dig that. That's
You
cool.
got heal magic, huh? That's useful, I guess.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
else
use you
came
for
with
about
materia, but
Healing wind. Hella useful.
That was White Wind.
until she dies. Spoilers.
White
What?
Spoilers, Aaron. It was white wind.
Yeah.
You're
You
right.
know who else can get White Wind?
Farts.
Yep. Freya from
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 9.
Oh damn.
She gets
Freya's
white
cool.
Freya's that's honorable
That's your
mention
Sharon
right
Nui.
there. Honorable mention Freya.
Sharon Nui.
All right, Irene.
All day.
Princess Irene.
Sharon Nudie.
What's your number 1?
Before I say my number 1, I'd just like to thank you all for being very superficial
You're welcome.
because I am
yeah.
too. So I was
Oh,
worried
I
like
feel
my
like I
mom
gave
was
you-
super.
I feel like I gave some really in-depth answers.
Yes, it's all about
You know what?
Yeah.
measurement.
I take all of my answers back. Bayonetta because tits for days and
I was gonna
hairsuit.
say Bayonetta's my honorable mention.
Hair
I love-
suit.
You know what? Bayonetta 2, short hair Bayonetta.
That's gonna do it extra for you.
Oh,
Short
hell
hair
yeah.
That
Bayonetta.
shit came out. It comes with Bayonetta 1. I'm
Yeah, it
like,
does.
Yeah, dude.
why?
The hell it does.
Why?
It's a good deal. If you have a
It's
Wii U,
a hella good, and it's only like $40, right?
That's
Or is it full
$50.
60?
It's 50. No, it's 60.
60?
Yeah.
It's worth it. Just fucking buy that
I
game.
have 2 games. One's good, you know. The other one just came out.
The
Why
other
not?
Bayonetta 2 is getting like fucking perfect scores. Have you seen that shit?
No.
It's getting
Bye.
like 9s and 10s across the board.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. I watched it.
Is this your fun fact?
Irene, since we're all superficial as fuck here, who's your superficial Sharon Nui?
Okay, so my 2 honorable mentions before I say my first one are Terry and Andy.
Nice.
They're hot.
I like that you did King of Fighters stuff.
I know.
Because you know, like,
That's all I could think of.
Oh.
was
you know
like,
my
oh,
affinity
fighting.
for
Yeah.
Terry Bogard is my number 1, actually.
He's-
I thought you said Terry Nandy. I was like, who
Terry
the fuck is
Nandy.
Terry
Yeah,
Nandy?
Terry
The
Andy.
Bogard brothers.
Are
Yeah.
we doing honorable mentions?
Stop
Everyone
Bogarting
has
the
one?
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Say
Well, then I'd have to
everything.
vote Lilith and Morgan from Darkstalkers.
There you go.
Sure.
Because, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they
Yeah, man.
even purposefully put provocative art of them together,
Darkstalkers 3.
embraced in sexuality. It's just,
Yeah.
what can
The
I
opening
say?
of Darkstalkers 3, Morgan's naked.
Yeah.
So anyway, Irene, finish your.
Okay,
Who's
so
your
my
number?
number 1 is Joe. So
Joe Higashi?
Yeah.
Beautiful Joe?
Joe
Yes,
Higashi.
Oh.
because he
Joe.
taunts, he shows you his ass, and it's like
He does.
I
Damn.
have feelings
That's a
right
taunt.
now.
Yeah. He actually whips it out for you.
Yes,
I'm so
Does he
happy.
really?
He delivers.
I'm so happy that
That's delivery.
there's a
King
lot.
of Fighters love in
I
this
just want to
room.
point
Yeah.
out that the majority of these choices were from SNK games. I did
Fighting
Theo.
games, yeah.
Some of them
Except
from
for
Square
Piper.
Games.
Yeah.
Or BioWare.
SNK makes sexy characters. That's the moral of this. That's
true.
That's what the S stands for in SNK.
Like
Still, I'm a little disappointed nobody said Navi.
Navi can eat a dick.
Eat a dick, Navi!
You can say it
Navi.
right now.
All right,
No,
so
it's
Han-
not my
So Justin,
runner-up.
now is the time for you to. I'm sorry. You have a runner-up.
Who's your runner-up? You didn't go through yours either.
Terry Bogard
Terry
for
Bogard?
days.
Damn.
Mhm.
What about
I love
Chanato from Portrait of Ruin?
Mine is Thok.
Chato! Hold on. Did you
Mine is
guys?
Thok
Hold on.
from
Do you guys
Street
know
Fighter.
this joke? Because in Portrait of Ruin, which I fucking love for the record, in Portrait of Ruin you can hold like if it's like a small code, but if you hold like A and press start when you start the game, it gives you Japanese voices
Yes.
instead of English voices. And in that game, you switch between Jonathan Morris and Charlotte, and every time they switch, you switch often, and every time they switch, they scream out their names.
Each other's name.
But in Japanese, it was Charlotte.
And whenever she switch, and then Jonathan comes, Chanato!
Every time. But it was awesome.
Yan-san!
Yan-san.
Son of Yan.
Son of Yan. I am Yan-san.
Man, Portrait of Ruin is good.
Yeah.
I still think Portrait of Ruin's a great name for a band.
It is.
Yeah,
Actually,
dude.
when I get my metal project up off the ground, I'm
Portrait
on
of
my
Ruin!
band, Portrait of
Not if we
Ruin.
fucking
sick.
steal it.
I offered that name to Brian when he was trying to name his
Yeah.
last metal band. He was like, nah,
He
dude.
turned you down like a fool?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, no, that's not my thing.
Portrait of Ruin is
His
the shit.
loss.
And I was like, Portrait of Ruin sounds like the best name for a band.
Yeah, it
ever.
does.
That's a great
That's
name.
one. That's one step short of Ultra Beast.
That's almost as epic as Infinite Undiscovery, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's the most epic. I'm gonna start an epic fantasy, like, dragon slaying metal band. And
You
that's
don't
gonna
know
be
what
our
you
name.
forever have not
Yeah,
found yet.
That's good. I like that.
Forever Eternal is gonna be the name of my
Yeah.
band.
Forever and ever and ever, amen.
Forever Uneternal. I like the Infinite Undiscovery. I like every try.
Actually, I have not played. That's the one Trius game I have not
I do know
played.
Trius.
Infinite Undiscovery is good. I like.
Wait, can we talk about how fucking sweet Star Ocean 4: The Last Hope is?
Nope.
Hell
that,
yeah! I beat that.
that
shit.
game can eat a dick.
If we're gonna talk about Star
I'm the
Ocean-
moderator. That shit's cut off.
Hey,
Ain't no Star Ocean.
Well, wait, what does round
Star
2
Ocean.
of Trivia PS1 Classics have in store
did
for
they have
us?
Star Ocean 2?
I don't
Star
know.
Ocean 2?
That would have been a sweet Segue, but we still have some.
Oh, fuck, I fucked it up.
You
we'll
did.
save it for later.
No, you know what? Wait, does anybody have any other ones?
Samus.
Yes.
Samus
thank
Aran?
you,
Samus Aran.
Can we
Samus
get Sailor
Aran.
Suit Samus though?
No.
Blue
Fuck
hair.
her, right? All right.
I'm
Boy.
using my
But that's not what I'm on about.
my
You know what,
very
Justin
first
Bailey
aesthetic
Samus?
one. Wait,
Justin
what?
Bailey Samus?
Justin Bailey Samus.
It's the
Where she has
original.
green hair.
She got a
Yeah.
robot
Oh.
suit and she will fuck
Put
you
in
up.
the code.
Yeah.
Justin Bailey, and you get-
Justin
Green
Bailey
hair
Samus
Samus?
is green
Yeah.
hair with a red like one.
It's like
leotard.
purple.
You never saw it?
No.
It's green.
Oh, you should look it up. You can't really
Her
make out
leotard?
anything
No,
because it's
her
in
leotard
the
is
Bummer.
I thought it was
Yeah.
red.
It's pretty purple.
It's purpley.
It's NES.
You guys are fucking fighting about color.
Yes.
We're
Let's
having
move
a
on.
color war right now.
Let's-
We are the most racially aware podcast.
Let's
I don't
ham
know.
fist this shit.
I'm stealing Eno, dude. Hot as fuck.
Eno's good.
That's
She
my
takes-
first aesthetic
I like
pick,
Disney
dude.
a lot too, actually.
Yeah, dude. She had a little leotard, but Eno was something about Eno, dude. Just that rebellious.
Eno's hot, man. Eno takes off her jacket. She's got the underboob. Underboob's great.
Underboob's great.
I wish more
That
people
fucking,
did
like,
underboob.
That she shreds, dude.
Yeah.
There's something about that. You're just like,
Eno's good,
let's
man.
shred a tune out. She's like,
Have you
okay.
seen Eno-
Me.
Have you seen Eno in Guilty Gear X3?
Exodo.
Xrd?
No.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm coming
Ladies,
over.
You cannot go wrong with underboob.
No, underboob for days.
If you want to please your men, underboob.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Cosmopolitan hasn't written an article yet about the importance
I
of
know.
underboob.
Think about the rest of us next time.
Because as much as men love
My
cleavage, there's one thing that we crave more, and that's underboob.
Yeah.
It's the side of the boob
That is weird.
under the
It
nipple
is.
that we don't
There's
get
that-
to normally see.
there's
Is
that-
that why
what's
it is?
left to the
'Cause it's
imagination.
The intrigue.
I
It's
think
like,
so.
wait.
No,
never
I
see
think it's
that.
more because with the underboob, you get a better idea for like the overall shape as well. Because
That's
cleavage,
true.
anybody can take cleavage and push that shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
underboob, you're getting a more realistic.
Especially
idea.
since they started developing
know
those
what?
sticky
Yeah.
cut bras that like
Mhm.
hold your
Oh.
boobs together.
Yeah.
But with underboob too, it's also guaranteed like midriff too, so you can get like a whole kind of
And there's a
spectrum of body
chance
shape
that
and
it
size.
might go up
Yeah.
a little bit because the shirt's
And you
just
get
it's
some
kind of a precarious thing.
What?
But you
Like,
never get nipped for free. You don't get something for
remember-
nothing ever.
Can I
Right.
ask, like, you ever noticed how, like, in it's an American culture thing, I guess, but you can literally show an entire boob
without the nipple.
as long as you're not showing the nipple.
Right.
It's not considered nudity.
That's
Why
ridiculous.
is the nipple nudity, but the 99% of the boob is not nudity? So you can literally be wearing nipple tassels,
hmm
and you're not naked technically.
Right.
Yeah.
The nipple constitutes nudity, and that's just crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I think the FCC's got something about anything involving like child
Oh.
rearing or reproduction.
Yeah.
You don't want to
So
rear any
penises,
children.
testicles,
You got-
vaginas, and pubic hair, right?
Right.
They're all part of reproduction.
Pubic
well
hair
as-
is?
This is topical.
Well, it's part of the anatomy.
I
but,
guess.
like nipples are part of like the rearing of a child.
Let me.
Not necessarily part of
I've just planted
the
my seed in you. Let me
reproduction.
sprinkle some pubes
It's
on
an
there and get
it's
some.
an erogenous
For good
zone.
luck.
Hey,
It
this
is.
is topical because they just revealed the American box art for Guilty Gear.
Okay.
Absurd.
Sure.
And it is identical to the Japanese box art, with one exception.
No side boob.
No, there is a character, it's a brand new character. I can't remember her name. But on the cover of the Japanese one, she's showing some cleavage, and it's not even like a lot of cleavage.
It's like
just-
2 millimeters of pencil shading. It looks like cleavage.
It's like some
Bummer.
cleavage, but in the American cover, they like made her shirt like hella higher up.
they put her in a
So-
turtleneck.
But I mean, that's the only difference. Like,
Hella Velma.
why is cleavage so fucking like unacceptable? Like, here's the thing: you can have a game like Hatred, right? Where like violence, you can steal a car, and run over a fucking school bus full of nuns or orphans, and that's the people are like,
Yeah.
it's a video game.
Don't you
But
dare show a nipple.
But if you show a nipple, you've crossed the line.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Isn't that a strange thing though about like the American culture? I mean, like look at Japan.
It's very
and-
telling about
and
what we find taboo and
Look
stuff.
at like Asia's sexy video game heroines and their female anatomy versus the American heroine. Like Mass Effect 3.
The American
or
heroine's far more
Half-Life
addictive.
2. Like they give you female characters that are sexy because they're in this hyper bulky space armor. Where like in Asia you have Lineage 2 where the less clothing your female is wearing, the more armored and defensive she is.
That's South Korea.
You know what I'm saying? But like, like our female heroines are like the chick from Half-Life 2. She's got like a fucking turtleneck and a vest. Like she's got layers of clothing on. You know what I'm saying?
Alex.
No, she does climb a ladder and you get to look up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, let's ham fist into the next category.
I'll fist your next category.
What is the next category?
Trivia!
Round two?
I'm
Round
sorry.
fucking
Did you
two.
do any honorable mentions?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Terry and Andy.
Right.
Terry Nandi.
Right before
Terry
you
and
went.
Andy.
Terry Nandi.
My friend Terry.
Nandi, oh.
He's gonna have a lot of editing to do.
What was your number one?
I have no editing to do.
God.
This is the DrunkCast. All edits are
Your
zeros
sexiest
for
people
days.
Are the Fatal Fury team?
I know.
Right?
I like
Yeah.
that. I like you more and more every time we hang
Thank
out.
you. Thanks. I like.
Hold on. Speaking of which, have you seen Zach's tattoo? Because it's all King of
what?
Fighters.
What?
This is
Why
my
does that never happen?
this is
Look
my
at
King of Fighters
Diori.
sword cap.
Fucking badass. dude.
Kula. He has K-Dash down here.
Oh shit! I
That
haven't
is
seen that
so
either.
awesome.
Kula.
And I got Miss
I
Mai
love
back
it.
here.
And Mai.
Oh, nice.
My Shiranui.
Nice.
Damn.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
If this...
That's awesome.
I've literally not looked at that.
Zach has a King of Fighters half sleeve.
I was going to say, if ever there were a radio
It's a
gag that
beautiful
did not
shoulder
go
cap,
over it,
and I
it was
love
that
it.
one, because it's a
I
visual
like it
segment
too.
entirely.
Actually,
Getting Capcom on this side.
90% of my tattoos are video game themed. I think there is all but 2.
Yeah. You've got the Bioshock one over here.
I do. I have a Bioshock quote on my
Pop that light
forearm,
switch
and
there.
I have a little coffin, which is not video game themed, but I just like
It could
you know,
be.
occult
Gungrave.
themed gook. Yeah, or Castlevania or any other kind of spooky shit. And then of course I have Neil Patrick Harris's initials tattooed on my ass.
Nice.
Yeah! Across all the cheeks or just on one cheek above?
Upper right side. In fact, it's a replica. If you guys have seen Harold and Kumar 2,
yeah.
They attend a whorehouse.
Yeah.
And
the biggest little whorehouse and whatever.
In whatever where they're at. Neil NPH gives a girl a brand.
Right.
I have that tattooed on my ass.
You don't have it branded though?
It is branded.
It is tattooed to look
as
like
though
a
it
brand.
is branded. Okay.
As a matter of fact, people ask me, "Is that a brand?" Because it looks so realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I made it look
regularly
like.
see his ass.
I made it. I show it to people,
Chris
and I
is
made the
disappointed.
tattoo artist
He's like,
make it
"When I
look
saw
like
it,
pink, raised, like scarred, branded flesh.
I
That's
thought
cool.
it was a brand. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's good.
Been
I said,
there,
make
done
it
that.
look as much like an
NPH.
aged branded scar as you possibly could, and it actually came out really well. So this is the kind of tattoo that, as tattoos fade with time, they tend to get shittier. This is one that's going to kind of grow into itself as the older it gets.
Right.
So I'll have to touch it up less and less.
Aged back ass tattoo.
Do you have any?
All right.
tattoos?
Video game tattoos?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, do you have like a big belly tattoo?
I do. It's
Is
just
it like-
mother brain across my
It just
stomach.
says
And like,
Toe Buddy
guess what,
Perfect
people?
or something.
I can lift it up and like
Nobody's
do the truffle shuffle and
Have an
freak out like
E-tank.
mother brain.
Right, I would love to find like a weird secret, like your wife has like an E-tank like tattooed across her back or something
I
like
do.
that.
No, I
Hella
have.
big.
I have the word in Old English script, chocolate, above here, and then a little starfish tattooed over my belly button.
Chocolate starfish.
Yeah!
God damn it.
We love you, Chris.
Fred Durst is.
That was-
I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna punch him.
That
in
was
the face.
Irene's Soul Balzer ringtone.
That was my number
Soul
one.
Blazer.
Have I ever told you the story about my bass player fighting Fred Durst?
Really? Your
Yeah.
bass player is my best friend.
Fighting? Kyle fought Fred Durst.
Kyle Vorst is his name. He's
I
a
love this
business
man
owner.
more and more as I hear.
I can't remember what year, but there was a performance way back, over 10 years ago, when both Kyle and I were teenagers.
You can't just go fighting with my boy Fred Durst though.
He was at a Korn Limp Bizkit concert,
Damn.
at which point, in the middle of Fred Durst's set, he started playing an acoustic version of the recently released Nirvana's You Know You're Right.
Right.
Which many people in the audience, including Kyle, felt was kind of taboo, given
Okay.
that song really shouldn't have been released by a lot of Nirvana fans.
And so this is like just post-mortem and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like,
and the song is very much like an outward suicide letter, saying goodbye to his career and his family and his fans and all that kind of stuff. So at the time, a lot of people were like, that's kind of taboo, especially to do a cover of it, but especially to have Limp Bizkit do a cover of it. Because at this point, we had seen Limp Bizkit's cover of Sanitarium from fucking Metallica. I'm sorry,
Right.
Welcome Home, sorry,
Welcome
Home.
Yeah.
Which was just, it was abysmal. They're not talented cover artists. So this
They're not
song went
talented,
on.
period.
how dare
You
you?
can stop that sentence at talent.
So this song went on, and things ended not so well. The crowd was unhappy.
Uh-huh.
And then Fred Durst continued his recently adapted acoustic set by doing an acoustic cover of Behind Blue Eyes.
Yeah, I
At
heard him
what
do that
point, Kyle booed apparently louder than anybody in the audience, infuriating Fred Durst and causing Fred Durst to hock a loogie. For those of you who are young, a loogie is a wad of spit. I don't know if that term is
Or
used
phlegm.
by youth anymore. Or phlegm. So he hawked a big phlegm loogie
Pelagium?
on my good friend Kyle, at which point Kyle returned phlegm loogie.
Yeah!
Fred
Yeah!
dove off the stage into the crowd of people
Oh,
and got
shit.
into a physical altercation with my current bass player,
I
Mr. Kyle
love
Morse.
this.
I love
story.
Kyle.
I want to I've probably seen Kyle on stage because I've been to your concert before, but I want to meet this guy and shake his hand.
No, dude, this guy is highly handshakeable.
I want to meet him.
Yeah.
He really is one of the best dudes I've ever met in a very long time.
Solid cat,
He's
man.
up there in like my top 5 best friends of all time kind of category.
He's the top in the top 5 friends I'm gonna steal from Zach.
Don't steal my friends!
You
I just wanna
being
high-
the first.
I just want to high five the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thank
he got
you.
into a physical
I wanna
altercation
show-
with Fred Durst at
Thank
the
you, man.
Warfield in San Francisco.
I just want to show some gratitude.
You should.
Things tapered off. Limp Bizkit got back on stage.
Right.
At which point they continued to boo them off stage, and then actually
Who?
Fred Durst.
Who won the fight? Did Kyle get like a punch to his fucking face?
Security broke it up. Everything was dealt with.
Whatever.
Limp Bizkit went back to the stage, at which point the audience continued to boo them.
Durst
And
didn't
then
even get
Fred-
his nose bloodied?
No, Durst threw the microphone down after he went back up after fighting Kyle, and then ended the show.
Oh.
because he was like, everyone in the crowd hates me because I beat up a teenager in a crowd.
Well, don't do that.
Kyle got to meet Korn and hang out with the band, do all that kind of cool shit.
Jonathan
and,
Davis is like,
I like
hey, I heard you beat up Fred Durst, and that's
Yeah.
cool.
Pretty much, from the way Kyle tells it, record executives from behind the scenes came rushing out to the scene to offer Kyle and his now wife pretty much anything they could have ever asked for in return for not filing lawsuit against Fred Durst. Because apparently, as a musician, no matter how much you're heckled, abused, or molested by the audience, you can't fucking attack them.
No.
Or
you
else they can
can't.
just fucking sue
You
your
can't
ass.
dive off stage to attack a teenager because he booed you. You probably can't even hop a loogie. You
Did he-
could have got millions from that mother.
Did he
from that
get-
prick?
Anything from it?
Kyle and his wife Chelsea at that moment in time got to live their dream, which I think was hanging out with Korn
Okay.
and viewing their set and being kind of treated as Korn's VIP.
We'll give you anything.
For the rest
Can
of
I
the
meet
night.
Korn?
And Kyle and Chelsea have been in the music scene for a very long time. They've met many
I don't know.
musicians,
I have
but
a
they
lawyer.
don't love a band nearly as much as they love Korn.
Why don't we ham fist into the next?
We can. Aaron ran away.
Or maybe it's the next batch of trivia.
It is the next batch of trivia.
Yeah.
Aaron's not here. You have to do it with me. 3, 2, 1. Trivia.
Douche Nation.
Douche.
I feel like this thing's all suspended. I feel like Bruce, what's his name? Like, coming up next, round 2. Like the WWF, whatever.
Did you know?
Aaron,
Do you know what Hood Slam is?
Hood Slam?
Yeah.
Is that like a term for fellatio?
It's an amateur wrestling. It's like an underground amateur wrestling that they do in Oakland, like once a month.
Oh, dude,
And it's
is
supposed
it?
to be fucking amazing.
It does sound like a sex thing.
I
Hood
don't-
slam. I got
I
hood
don't-
slammed last week.
I would like to
supposed
go
to be
ahead and go
amazing.
on record to say that I'm not a racist.
Are you
But
sure?
For the audience listening, is it Hood Slam, correct, is the term?
That's yeah.
So-
it's in Oakland.
I'm not a
Is
racist,
this-
but
this-
man, fuck black people, right?
No, 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 no,
'Cause-
no, 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 no. But I'm going to use some terminology here to help me understand what you're talking about. Is Hood Slam a wrestling federation comprised of some hardcore gangsta-ass niggas?
No.
No? I mean, you said it from Oakland. I
No,
figured
you're,
Hood
okay,
Slam.
you're thinking of Hood like the Hood.
No.
Like
Hood-
Leprechaun
Hood rats.
6 in the Hood.
Yeah?
No.
Wait, I thought that was Leprechaun 9.
Leprechaun
Mm-mm.
9 in the Hood.
Oh, shit.
Wait, it was
Okay.
9?
Back to the Hood.
Fuck, man.
Tales from the Hood. Let's Aaron, are you back?
I'm back.
All right,
We're
let's start
begin-
trivia round
I
two.
Because
never
we
left.
can't start trivia because you're a
I'm
contestant.
I'm
so
so sorry. He started telling the story, but then I wanted to hear it.
Let's
yeah,
start trivia round 2.
you'll hear it on the playback. Damn it!
Zach's got to pee now.
The drunk. You never know who's gonna go to the bathroom on the
outside.
DrunkCast.
Don't
You
go
never
in-
know! I broke the seal!
I need to.
Don't go in the house. Just go out back.
Just go out back, man.
I will.
He has been.
Let him go.
Real quick.
What?
Okay,
I'm gonna go pee. I'm ready to say.
that's fine.
You're gonna edit this out?
No.
Oh, heavens! No, now it's
Do
time
I
for someone else
ever
to tell us.
edit shit?
No. Let's talk. Let's.
We
let's-
should talk about what video games we're gonna play after this
We
cast
have
is
it-
over because
we-
I'm gonna steal some of the audio from that recording.
Okay, so I brought with
Original
me.
Smash
What did you bring?
I brought my Ouya.
Ooh yeah.
The reason I
yeah.
brought it. The reason I brought it is because I have.
Ooh yeah, brother.
I have every NES game, SNES game, 64 game,
100
Genesis game,
World
Neo Geo
Story.
game.
Wait, is this legal?
It's super legal.
Okay.
100
You know why? Because
World
it's legal if you own those games, right?
Story.
Who's the best character in 100 World Story?
Don Pan.
Don Pan for days. All day, every
Crush number 0.
day.
Don Pan. Don Pan looks like Mr. Peanut, the dude. And he's like, I'm the,
Dude.
I'm the thief, Don
He
Pan.
looks like a fucking Mr. Peanut as a magician with a mustache, with his mustaches.
Mr. Peanut already looks like a magician. He has a top hat and a cane.
Yeah.
He's a
He's a
cape.
monocle.
He's a
He's a
cane.
monocle.
Don Pan doesn't have a Don Pan doesn't have a monocle, does he? Just
I
just
think he
mustaches like that you can twirl. Like he was
Yeah,
gonna. He
hella
looks.
twirled mustache.
Don Pan looks like he just got done from putting a girl in front of a railroad track.
Yeah, he tied her there, put dynamite, candled madly.
Fucking Buster Keaton.
Yes, Buster Keaton looking ass motherfucker.
Like,
Ah!
He does. He's literally. He is the physical embodiment of the word nya.
Oh, you know
That's what
Like,
he is.
There's a character in the PSP version of Soul Calibur called Dom Pierre,
Yes.
Oh.
and
Is he a vampire?
No,
Okay. He's not a Dampier.
no, he's not a Dom. He's not a vampire hunter
He's
D.
not
He's
a
Don
fucking
Pierre.
good
He's not a vampire hunter D.
And he's not Dom Perignon.
No,
Dom
but
Perignon?
he is exactly what you're describing.
Damn.
Mr. Peanut in human form.
That fucking
With a
phone.
giant mustache, a monocle, and he twists the mustache while going.
I wonder how this is gonna go over with no edits and us being like eating and drinking and shit like
It's going
that.
to go great.
Being hella drunk.
That's what the
Okay.
DrunkCast is about.
If you're listening to this and you can't imagine someone twirling their mustache and going, if that doesn't give you a mental image, get out.
Play Soul Calibur on PSP. It's called Broken Destiny.
Wait, we need listeners.
game.
Don't tell everybody get out. Only
I'm
4
sorry,
people.
if everybody
Stay
can't
then, stay.
fucking memorize, if everybody quote unquote can't visualize that, that's sad.
It is.
I'm sure whoever's listening can visualize.
But if those-
mustache twirler.
If those 4 people who are listening can't, we have 0 listeners.
I'm so sorry.
I believe in Ben though.
I believe in Ben.
You
I
can
believe in him.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah!
You're our favorite.
I hear Ben Hank's dong next episode.
Damn.
I heard him.
I'm there.
Count me in. Whoop,
Crush
whoop.
number -1, Ben.
Ben.
Aww.
All right, so it's trivia round 2, focusing on PS1 as well.
Yes, everything is focusing on
I
PS1.
like it. I like the PS1.
Yeah.
You want to know what?
I just wanted to.
point
I
out?
wanted to bring up some games, and I already knew about like a bunch of these games. I forgot that one character's name. I forgot again. Beowulf from Tactics.
Yeah.
But
I
I know about most of these games that I
That's
just
good.
wanted to bring up games that I already know about.
I wanted to.
Because I already feel like I don't know enough about anything on the show.
I wanted to give a shout out to the Vita, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like a portable PS1.
It is.
I have a 32 gig.
I'm using my
Video-
PSP as a portable PS1
That is
right
also
now.
good. That's also good. But I have a 32 gig memory card for my Vita.
That's sexy.
And it is literally. I've got like 24 just PS1 RPGs. Like I've got Vagrant Story. I've got Tactics. I've got Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Chrono Cross, Xenogears. It's like a fucking.
How do you say that?
Legend of Mana.
You say Vagrant Story?
Vagrant Story.
Vagrant?
Yes.
Not Vagrant?
No.
The very first question. The first question in trivia, you were like, do they get the power of a dragon? I knew it wasn't, but I kept wanting to be like, Ashley Riot from Vagrant Story.
And then recently,
Yeah.
I just bought Dino Crisis 1 and 2 because they were on sale.
Yeah.
Regina. Can I get an honorable mention to Regina? from
Regina.
Dino Crisis?
Yeah, dude. Hottest redhead in video game, like for like that 20-year period.
I feel bad she
For
didn't come
real.
up on our crush list.
For real.
Now she is.
Hey,
Yeah.
Regina, honorable mention on the list. But
That's Chris's.
trivia round 2. What's up?
Well, you know,
Lay it
as
down.
long as we're mentioning honorable mentions, back to it. A fucking no-name fucking character that no one ever heard of, for the longest time smitten, fucking Kim Woo.
Kim
Killer
Woo,
Instinct
KI2.
2.
KI2, yeah.
Kim
And I'm
Woo.
like, Kim Woo.
Hey,
Alright, I'm alright with that.
You know some Maya's side boob? Remember that?
Some poor kid.
I feel like that little side, like the whisper, is gonna come through on the.
Some
on the
Hey, guys,
Maya's side boob.
poor kid.
3.
Trivia round 2. Let's hear
Trivia
it.
round the second, in which we continue all the interrogatives as though we hadn't even left off.
Go.
Question the 5th. Wow, shit, man!
Let's hear
I
it.
gotta stop doing that. It
Sometimes
reverberates
you
like
turn
a
into a
craziness.
It's nice. It's good.
We in church now.
It's power.
It is. Question the 5th. I do decree it in the RPG Grandia. Please give the first name of the protagonist.
Grandia.
Why can't I remember
Did
this?
you just tag in as Grandia?
No.
Is it the same as Grandia too?
No.
Okay, damn.
No.
Grandia 2 is Ryoko.
Yeah,
No,
but you know who
it's
does it?
Ryudo.
It's
Is it Ryu? I thought it was Ryu. No, it is Ryudo.
It's Ryudo.
Ryudo.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
That's
You know
shit.
who I think, and I can't prove it, but I think Ryudo's voice is the same guy who did Leonardo, the Ninja Turtles voice. It
No,
sounds
that's
just
Melfis's
like it.
voice.
It sounds just like Leonardo.
Melfis is Cam
Sounds like
Clark,
Scott
who's
Malkinson.
done a lot of.
I don't know Grandia's protagonist's
Liquid
name. I
Snake.
fucking love Grandia.
Oh,
Yeah, and all these other.
I don't like Grandia 1's protagonist, though. Like, visually, he just looks like a fucking
prick.
pipsqueak.
A
But,
pipsqueak.
yeah, he's wearing, like, this purple-ass, like, outfit. He looks sorry.
Sweet hella pips.
He looks. That character's for babies.
But I don't remember his
Ass
fucking...
looks sorry.
I don't remember his fucking name.
Sorry.
Anybody?
From the first one.
Anybody?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Are you all drinking?
Yeah.
Dude, we
And
are
I'm gonna drink
alright.
I cleared my grape.
You have to re-drink. You have to re.
Oh, I need a booze. I need an alcohol right
You
now.
want a beer? You want a something?
Give me. I'll drink a beer. Fuck
Give
You
me
it.
a
guys
beer,
want
too.
cream?
You knocked over the tea cake.
let me
Oh,
get
shit.
it.
Golden dish
I
or
think it's
still a
empty.
twat?
It
I'll take
is.
an Artois.
I'll take a twa too.
Twats.
They're all doing
Is that how you say Artois?
Yeah.
Artois?
Artois.
Artois.
You want one? No, I'm
Stella
I'm
Blastoise.
Blastoise is what it's
I'm
called.
good.
It is.
Blastoise.
Can I get-
Actually, it's not Blastoise. Blastoise.
Can we get a Infinity Gauntlet over here, please?
We can get an hold on.
Absolute blastoise.
Allow me to brandish the gauntlet at you. Wield thine gauntlet.
And then hand it over as no one who wielded the gauntlet has ever done. Just been like, here you go.
Here you go.
Hey, dude, here's my
Do you
gauntlet.
have
Adam
something
Warlock
ready?
pops up and goes like, "Give me that gauntlet."
I'm
Thanos
out of
goes,
Fuck,
"Here you
alright,
go."
here you
You need more drink.
Whatever.
There's honey whiskey.
There is
stuff
honey
there.
whiskey
Do you
there.
want?
I suppose so.
Alright.
That was great.
I
I don't play basketball. Hold on.
I'm a scorekeeper.
You have to
so
keep the
I have
You
numbers.
threw that shit
Yeah.
like
I have to be so
Fuck,
for that,
man.
right?
Definitely.
Chris is throwing ball caps like fucking Joe Coop from basketball. He just throwing it all catty corner.
Caddy Wampus.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Catty
Oh
wampus.
shit, hang out with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Next
was-
question.
Raven Simone.
Nobody answered that
answered.
shit. You all have to drink before I move on.
Alright.
Is that,
What's the answer?
Drink that
that's the
shit.
case now?
What's the
I
answer?
thought Ron
His
said
name is my name too.
Justin?
It's Justin.
Oh,
Wow.
John Jacob. Wow.
Well, Justin
John
the
Jacob
pussy.
Jingleheimer Justin.
All right, what's the rest of the question? Six.
Jeremy Jingle
Who the
Justin
fuck-
Jigglespoons the
What kind
third.
of JRPG is like
Goddamn Finkelstein
Justin, the hero
shit
of the
kid.
world?
Right? It's like Game
Justin,
of Thrones with King
hero of the
Robert.
world.
It's like you couldn't come up with
Bonus
something
question that's
better.
not worth any points. I just came up with it. Do you guys remember the name of the first town that he's from?
Calm.
No, man.
Parm.
Ah, I was actually really close.
Aw, like
I
the
haven't
real
played
farm?
Grandia 1.
What?
Like the real farm?
I think
Like-
for the sake of
like chicken
DrunkCast,
farm.
your questions should get
Parmigiana.
easier the more drunk we get, not
Yeah.
the more difficult.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, asshole.
What?
The questions get easier, not harder.
These questions are only getting more obscure.
All right, let's go.
There are
Question
some
six.
there are some
Cheers.
easier ones. Question the sixth. I do decree it. Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Boom,
There
this
ex-
is my fucking playground.
There exists a card game called Triple Triad.
Yes.
Which card has the highest collective power level?
Holy shit.
Ooh, that is, I would like Zach, I would tag in on that one.
Zach.
Yeah.
Highest power card in the game.
Yeah.
Highest collective power level. The numbers on the card are the highest.
I'm gonna guess if you don't get it right.
I have a guess.
He might be able to, what's that game, tap in and steal my question.
Yeah,
Here's
he
what
can-
I'm fucking
he can
saying.
tap.
What do you
I'm
got?
laying it down.
Yeah.
Do it, baby. Say it, baby.
Say it, baby.
The Eden card.
Damn it! That's what I was gonna say.
Negative.
What?
Negative.
All right, let me guess.
Say-
then.
oh,
If-
no, you didn't
if-
guess what he
is
guessed.
there
Rochambeau?
Second highest.
Is
No.
there a fucking
Okay.
Omega weapon card in this game
She's-
that I didn't know about?
No.
Fucking mouth.
She's
What's
tied
that?
with Renoa.
For the highest card,
Eden is tied with Renoa.
Eden is tied with Renoa.
You mean just like
For second
totaling the
highest.
four sides?
I have a literal physical Renoa Triple Triad card.
Yeah.
That's
Lay it
right.
on me, you knowledge
You
man.
never
Right?
played
All right,
Triple
so-
You
Triad.
got two other guesses, baby.
Justina Britannica, lay it on me, bro. Shit, we
Shit.
got a pizza crisis.
Hyper explains it all.
I got it.
Thank
Damn
you.
it.
Either
Yeah,
you
crisis
do
for
either you want to guess
I'll
or
guess.
He's
drink.
guessing. He's
I'll
guessing.
guess.
Okay.
Eden was my guess only because Eden was the most powerful summon.
Summon.
It was
GF,
Guard- it was the
Guardian
most-
Force, as
yeah.
they call it in that game.
Oh.
But if I have to guess,
Sure.
I'll say Ultima Weapon.
Negative.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess two because I have to drink either way.
Right.
Odin.
Negative.
Damn.
There was a tie. The two cards have the same collective power level. It's Squall and Cypher.
Damn it! I was gonna say Squall, but I thought it was too easy.
We were talking
I never
earlier.
thought that Squall would
Yeah.
When
actually
we
take
mentioned
that
fucking
cake.
was Seafer, Cypher, Sufo.
We went
fucking
through like the most
Rifleman.
powerful like enemy.
Seafer,
And that
Cypher,
made sense
Sufofo,
on a
Fish,
logical
Motion.
level.
We were talking about.
I feel like
friend
because
now.
it's the play, and it sucks tonight because I feel like you chose PS1 maybe because I'm here and that's where my knowledge
Mm-mm.
lies. But I'm
I chose
so-
PS1 because fuck everybody else.
I'm beyond inebriated right now, so I don't even remember what characters. So Echo the Dolphin on PlayStation 1, dude.
The
made
Sega
by
Genesis
fucking-
on PlayStation
but by the guys
1.
who did Tomb Raider.
You're gonna be me with the Sega Genesis.
Next question.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Doom,
No.
Doom Train.
Doom Train.
Hardest GF to get in that game.
It's Doom Train.
If you
That's like
didn't
when you get up to
fucking know
the.
how
This,
to get Doom Train.
this is like a later on joke. You're gonna hear it on the playback, but it's like Harrison Ford. Just Nazis.
That is incorrect.
He mumbles his way through all of his roles.
All right, what do we got?
So
Number 7.
Question the seventh.
But the
I do decree it.
What's the thing?
What is what? The answer?
No, it's a you.
This ham-fisted Sugu?
Yes. Well, kind of.
Nice question.
You were
7.
talking about.
He screamed question the
Seafer
eighth.
earlier,
Yeah.
and a friend and I.
Wait, Seafer?
I say cipher because it's the Germanic E-I and then it takes the secondary vowel.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck his name is.
Cypher.
It's
Is that the
Cypher.
rifleman? Is that the guy with the coat and the cowboy hat who fucking can't
No,
shoot?
That's
Irvine.
Irvine
That's
Kenny
Alright,
is.
that was it.
As
mentioned Irvine earlier, and
Arcania.
Irvine can't shoot
No.
because
Pulse ammo.
there's that part where they're like, "All right, we need to assassinate the queen." Irvine, take the shot.
Special
He's
thing
like,
about
Oh,
"Whoops."
fucking.
Wouldn't that
We
suck
joked
you?
about had Zell been like, "All right, Zell, take the shot." He just jumps over the pew and like knees her in the face and starts like, "Pop, pop, pop, pop."
He's all fists all the time.
Assassinated.
Pummeled.
Perfect.
He's basically Sabin. Or
Yeah.
Sabin.
Stabbing.
Wouldn't that suck though if
Sabine.
you were like some kind of hero and your one job got fucked up on
You
disc
had
one,
one job.
and you knew that you had 2 discs left of gameplay to get
Yeah.
through before you were redeemed by the end of that
Just
game.
like, Irvine, take the shot. He's like, I'm the gun guy.
I'm the gun guy.
Guess
and
I
then
gotta
you
do
flop.
it.
Fucked it up.
Funny thing about Final Fantasy VIII, I don't know if other games had this, but I think this was the only Final Fantasy that had, 6 main characters to choose from?
To
Or
choose from.
Everything
Choose.
else had 8.
What do you mean? You mean like characters in the game?
There's
Let's
characters in
count.
the game.
You
Your
got-
party.
You got Squall. You got
Squall,
Rinoa.
Squall,
You got-
Rinoa, Quistis,
Zell,
Zell, Ravine,
Irvine.
and Selphie.
and Selfie. You got
That's it.
Edia.
What's
Eddie
that?
is
Yeah.
temporary and
Fox
Cypher's
thing.
temporary.
What about
Fox.
Kuros, Ward, and
Wait,
Laguna?
that's not a playable character, is it?
No.
That was an
Yeah.
alternate
I'm thinking
time
one
period,
section.
I was
man.
like, Just shut my brain down and Fox thing. No,
It's
what?
when they're breaking out of that.
Yeah, maybe there's only 6.
I guess there is one.
Is it outside?
Oh, sad. FF9?
No, I didn't.
I'm currently playing through
FF9 had 8
On your
characters.
phone right now?
It could have easily had 9 if you just
He's
they let you
currently
take fucking
doing
I'm
Beatrice or whatever
because he's
her
got
name
his phone out.
Beatrix.
Beatrix. Fucking own.
What?
You got your phone out. You're like, I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy
No, I'm
right
playing
now.
through Final Fantasy. I'm playing through Final Fantasy 9 on my Vita. I'm at the very end.
I love that game.
I'm at the Leafy Tree.
Hey, don't forget to go get what's his name?
Arc.
Yeah,
Lad?
go get Arc.
I'm
from,
gonna get Arc.
People hella shit all over that game. I like 9 a lot.
Alright, so
I
9
love
is a
9.
great game, but 9, I'll admit, kind of loses its
I-
threads. It kind of loses its fabric a little bit
I
towards
dis-
the end there.
I
and it's-
disagree, man. 9 is a fucking non-stop
It's a ride.
roller coaster.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
it's a
let me
train
put-
ride
let me
all the way
put it
through.
in the correct context.
I love
for the
9.
kind of people like myself when they play through like a Final Fantasy RPG. Because back before like Final Fantasy, pretty much 13, like you can kind of do anything and everything all in one gameplay.
Everything?
You know, you can put 95 solid hours into one Final Fantasy game over the course of a summer.
95? Pussy.
Well, I mean, what else do you need to do?
Fucking
I do.
You're telling me it took you more than 95 hours to do everything in Final Fantasy 9?
I do air. No, not in 9.
Come on, dog.
Not in 9. I'm just busting your chops.
The point that I'm
busting
making
your
is
balls.
with all of the other previous Final Fantasies, a lot of the extracurricular activities and extra shit to do. Because, I mean, you know, in a game like Final Fantasy, you beat Ultima Weapon, or let's say Final Fantasy 8's like case with Omega Weapon. If you
Or
can
9,
defeat
Ozma.
Omega Weapon in Final Fantasy 8, you are far superior to the final boss of that
Yeah,
game.
you-
And defeating Ada is like a fucking joke.
You don't have to worry about it
It's
anymore.
not Edia, it's Ultimecia.
It's also right, Ultimecia.
I just always called her Ultimecia.
Ultimecia works too.
You say Ultimecia?
I think I'd probably say Ultimecia the most.
Okay.
Mhm. But
Right.
That's
Final Fantasy
interesting.
9 has a very refined crafting system, as well as
Yeah.
like this chocobo hunting system and
Well,
these
that's
treasure
how-
things.
that's how
Chocobo
There's
hunting was
of-
hella fun, and adding shit to your armor, like getting skills via armor level. I thought that was great.
You get skills from equipment, kind of like Final Fantasy VI, where when you equip an Esper,
Right.
and then as you level up the skills in that Esper, if you max them out, you get to keep the
The
skills
spell from
without keeping the Esper, and that's
Right.
how it worked in 9
You
with
suck 'em
with the
out.
equipment, yeah.
But with the chocobos, that's how you have to raise a chocobo through several levels to get gold chocobo, because the gold chocobo is the only way
that can
you
fly to go into outer space
you can get Arc.
Oh shit!
to
and
get Arc,
everybody wants Arc.
which is the transformer of the Guardian Force Eidolon summon.
So nobody answered questions in round
No.
2, right?
They
Not
didn't.
Or-
Not yet.
Well,
We're
not
only on
that.
question
Yeah, they all
7.
got. Well, they all answered, but they all answered fucking
We're
wrong.
on question 7. Let's go.
Question the 7th.
Everybody's gonna get this one. Question the 7th I do to create what is the default name of the yellow-skinned cyclopean creature from the cover art of Monster
Chris!
Hunter. Chris.
Suezo.
Damn, you got it.
I owned
Suezo.
Monster Rancher, but I never
You
played
can put like
Monster
What?
Monster One and get
Yeah.
a fancy Suezo that lived a day. And
I
you
was
go like,
too
oh,
wrapped
it's
up in
tournament day. It's time to
Dragon Seeds to
unfreeze the
waste my
Suezo
time.
Ultimate.
And
Hey,
he fucking ate a dick. He's just
Monster
like,
Rancher.
hey! pfft.
I love
Like-
It's a special Suezo.
Suezos were
You
bad.
put like the first Monster Hunter disc in Monster Hunter 2, I think.
Yeah.
You got like this Suezo that lived one day before it died and was fucking hella buffed. So before a tournament, I'd be like, let's get Suez Ultimate out here and fucking go. And then like you go, you win the great tournament, you're like, you're the winner, Suez Ultimate, alright! And then that night you're like, Suez Ultimate! Suez Ultimate!
He's just
fucking
like
croaked.
One
to
day
death.
old, you reach.
Hey, we
Look
need to
as
get
good
a-
you will not.
We need to get an honorable mention into the sexy character entries.
From whom?
From Pixie.
Is it Suezo?
No, it's Pixie.
Oh, Pixie. Yes.
Like
Come on.
slimes?
Pixie was the first monster from like a Pokemon-ish game
You're like, oh shit! Look at them gams.
that you wanted to plow.
Look at them gams.
I
No,
hope you're not 4 feet tall.
I
or
think the
something,
first.
Lower.
I think the
I'll plow the
first.
shit out of some Pixie.
First time I played Monster Rancher, I was not nearly old enough to want to plow anything yet.
Well,
I was too young. I was just like, oh sweet, but pixies were bad.
I think I-
Pixies
So I never
were,
used them.
were women in bikinis.
I was like almost like 17, but you
They
know.
spoke English.
That's the weirdest thing. You're like, yeah, slave girl, go fight.
All right, what's the next question?
It's question the 8th.
Suezo was the correct answer.
Yeah, I
Suezo
wanted to
was the
say
correct
that, but you
answer.
said it faster.
You got to be quick on the draw.
I finally got one. You said
Court
it faster.
recorder.
Yeah,
Is it recorded?
it's recorded.
What's the court recorder?
Very
called?
well.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
Nice.
Nice.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
Stenograph.
All right, what's the
A
next question?
stenograph. Question the 8th.
Stenography.
I do decree it in 1998. Jalico or Jalico, whatever you like to call it.
Jalico.
Jalico.
Wait, I thought it was Jalisco, the Mexican grill.
The 1998
right?
Jalisco game.
Jalisco.
Dragon seeds.
Ooh.
What method does one use in order to acquire a new dragon?
Aaron, seeds.
Aaron, negative.
Really?
It's not seedings.
I have dragon
The
seeds.
title is very deceptive. Did you ever play Dragon Seeds?
Yeah, I played it. I don't remember.
How did you get new
I remember there was
dragons?
like eggs inside of like these tubes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Matrix.
Aaron, try number 2, negative.
I don't. I'm gonna say eggs in these liquid tubes.
That's not close enough.
All right.
Zach.
Zach.
If I remember correctly,
Okay.
it was based.
Are you talking about?
Are we blowing smoke out the asshole?
No, if I remember correctly, I believe there was something along the lines of like rank or battle points that you exchanged for new eggs. And you incubated the eggs, and they would become new dragons.
No.
You're
Nope.
talking about like memory, like
Drink!
Drink!
everyone.
Aaron.
Drink.
Pokeballs.
No. Are you just trying to look for more reasons to drink?
You're talking about like how Monster
I don't need
Rancher.
a reason. It's in my hand. That's a reason.
Are you
You
talking
had-
about how like Monster Rancher let you put in CDs to get monsters? What was Dragon Seeds like? Little gimmick.
Well, no, yeah, because that was like, they were born from CDs or whatever
Yeah.
like that. How did you get new dragons? There was a method,
Memory card.
clear
So-
method. You were on the right track. You were in.
I know it's the,
You were in
It's the eggs inside
tanks and
those
stuff
tubes.
like that?
I don't remember how you got them now.
cloning.
Cloning.
You can clone new dragons.
That's
You
controversial.
like fucking
It
go down to
is.
Costa Rica and
That
find
was
a-
right after
Sometimes-
the sheep
That's-
incident.
Sometimes you would get a sheep. Sometimes you would
That's
get a
against my
dragon.
religion.
You go down to Costa Rica and find a mosquito in amber that bit a fucking dragon,
Right.
and you're like, I'll fuse it with fucking frogs. It'll be cool. And
Doesn't-
clearly it was not because Dragon Park never took off.
Dragon. That should. It did. It's in Japan. It's called Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
That's the end of round the second.
Oh, I'm sad.
No,
What do we
wait.
have now?
I'm kidding. There's a bonus question. Who got that right? Nobody?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Bonus question's up for grabs.
What's the bonus question? Let's do this.
Pokeballs.
I don't know. You played it?
I owned it.
Did you all play it?
It was on my shelf for 5 years.
What
Okay.
game?
So say
Dragon
Dragon
Seeds.
Seeds still. I gotta name 2 different types of dragon that exist in the game.
Ooh, boom, Zach, Charizard and Blastoise.
Negative.
Aaron,
It's also pronounced Blastoise.
Aaron, Fire and Ice.
No.
Fuck.
There are 2 unlockable types, neither of which are fire and ice.
Wind.
What?
What's that? Wind
No.
and Earth.
No.
And fire.
Right.
Aaron,
It's
Well,
force
I
and
remember.
energy.
Oh, I love that song.
That's Earth, Wind, and Fire, baby.
Fire.
No.
So at this point, trivia comes down to
We don't-
either me or Aaron.
Did you
not
want to
being
even
in
hear
last.
any of them? Yeah, basically.
We don't know Dragon Seeds well enough to answer this question.
You
So
had
what is?
Saurian, Winged, Beetle, Crustacean, Spirit,
We're gonna
Evil,
go ahead and say
Wasp, and Nature.
eat a dick.
What
Eat
the
a dick, dragons.
fuck?
So what's
What the
next?
fuck? What kind of dragon types are those?
The best,
Station?
the best
What kind
guy.
of dragon? That's fucking dinner.
It was a lobster dragon, and it was delicious.
I bet.
There's a lobster dragon in Monster Hunter.
Yes.
It's the.
It's the blue crab, right?
Yeah.
That gives you the water hammer?
It starts with
Zach.
C.
Hook us up. You're a
This is
cook.
amazing.
Get some
Hey,
fucking
what's the
crab
next?
dragon.
Let's get some mahi. up
This
in bitch.
ham-fisted Segue is brought to you by our guest fucking host who wants to talk all about this new game coming out. Not released yet, but coming out, called Hatred. And what's about it? What do you want to
Tell
talk
us about
about?
Hatred,
Wow,
Zach.
man.
Tell us about Hatred.
Talk about putting a guy on the spot. When
You
you're
fucking wanted to talk about
I did,
it.
but now I'm 3 sheets to the wind, so I feel
That's
like
the
an
only way to
asshole,
talk about Hatred.
Right? Having an opinion about
Sheets
something
to
is the best
the
way to
wind.
be drunk and express it.
Brian won't listen to this because we curse like Silers.
Oh,
Whatever.
really?
I don't-
I mean, I don't want to put anybody on the
Go
spot.
back to Nebraska.
So yeah, dude, this game Hatred. I mean, everyone in this room's familiar with this game.
I am
Hatred.
now.
I
I
saw
just
the-
saw the trailer.
I saw the-
Everybody watched the fucking release trailer
Yeah.
for this game. So I found out about this game through Epic Games' big release, or their
Sure.
big press release. Like, flipping through my phone, fucking one afternoon on lunch. Epic Games fights to remove itself from ultra-violent shooter. Wait a minute, that's like saying that the Church of Mormon now has like a porn studio. Like, it's the complete fucking opposite. You know, I'm like, wait a goddamn minute here. Epic Games makes like the most violent games on the planet. Why would they remove themselves from ultra-violent shooter? And that's when I stumble upon this trailer for
Is
Hatred.
Epic the one that did Legendary or no?
No.
What did
No,
Epic
they're
make?
they're the
Epic
guys
makes
that do
Gears of War
Gears
and
of War,
Unreal
Oh,
Tournament.
yeah.
You know, they
Wait, is that Cliffy B?
Cliff? Yeah, it's Cliffy B.
Okay.
You know, they
Blazinski.
coined fragging and chunks of bloody body parts.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
There's one weird trick to make video games sell. Click here.
Kratos.
But so it leads me to this trailer for this game, Hatred. It's a Danish studio, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
So made from this company called Destructive Creations.
I was busy looking at the people who's getting their head blasted in by shotguns.
Yeah, the merciless killing that happens. So this is a game that is 100%. It's Rampage Murder, the video game.
It's Postal essentially, but in a different, like a little more graphic and in a different.
But it doesn't
viewpoint.
seem like there's an objective. Like Postal, there's an overall
Not the
narrative.
first
Well,
narrative.
There is
really.
Postal 2 there is.
Yeah, Postal 2 and 3 was like,
Not
that's
in the
not shit
story.
simulator.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Postal
objective
1
is
was
to kill people.
isometric, there are this
That's
many
the
guys on the
objective.
stage, kill them.
And,
It was.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is the same kind of thing as Hatred essentially.
Well, and that's
pissed
the
off and he's
funny
going
thing
out.
about this game is I've been telling people this for at least a week and a half now. Like, mass murder has always been a part of gaming. As far back as I can fucking remember, mass murder and mass death on a grand scale has always been a part of gaming.
If you want to get controversial, mass murder has always been a part of humanity, baby.
ooh, dude,
That's not
fucking
controversial, that's
deep,
fact.
dude. Taking it way deep, dude.
What's all that
That's
matter?
just us exploring it in the digital medium.
Yeah, it's true. But
Kaiser likes to take it deep.
Thanks, religion.
Off,
Yeah,
only if it's
that's
from
what I was gonna
only
say.
if it's from Fosswiener.
All the biggest genocidal events in human history are based around religious motivations.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
progressive
true.
shit of Hatred. I didn't hear him once praise God. He's just killing people because.
That's
Praise
the
the
problem.
sun.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the problem. There's no God in his life, so
And
he's killing people.
he's clearly misled.
You need religion or else hatred happens.
And so,
Yeah.
so for everybody maybe listening out there that doesn't know what Hatred is, I mean, this game trailer is pretty straightforward. It starts with you're pissed off antagonist. You play as the antagonist in this game.
You're
and
basically
you are-
Nathan Explosion.
Not even that.
You
dude.
look
You're
like
not
him.
You're not even a satirical characterization of somebody who hates the world. You are playing as somebody who hates the fucking world, and you just want to go on a mass murdering spree. You are a man who is declaring death to the world and death to himself on
Yeah.
this particular evening that you play these
Gigantic
several levels of running through and killing merciless people.
Geno-suicide, is that what it is? He wants to go out and he wants to take as many people with
Yeah,
him
he
as
wants to go down in a
possible.
blaze of glory and die a violent death and take as many people with him as possible.
Mhm.
You are like the chosen avatar of like a high school student from 2004.
Yep. You literally play this guy who fucking hates everything, and that's the only knowledge on the game that we have
The
so
blackest
far.
darkness.
Is it. And this is where the game gets tricky. Is it's a game that is geared towards you score points for mass murder. Then here's where it got fucked up is the developers have come out and flat out said no. We're not trying to be deep. There's nothing much more than you play as a guy who hates the world and wants to kill as many people as he possibly can.
That was the question, because here's the thing: is there's been games like Zach said that have had murder as an option or a theme. I mean, if you take Grand Theft Auto, any Grand Theft Auto, you can literally play Grand Theft Auto like Hatred. You can just start that game
You
and go
can,
and
yeah.
murder everybody you see. But the difference is that that's not the goal. In Grand Theft Auto, it just gives you freedom. And you there is an overarching narrative, but you never have to, follow that route. You can just play Hatred in Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
But with Hatred, there is, like Zach said, the developers came out and said there is no like deeper meaning or underlying artistic tone. Like it's literally like a murder simulator. And the question is like, is that okay? Right? Like why in this day when video games are being blamed for violence and for whether that's right or wrong, that's not the question. It's just you make a game that's literally all about simulating mass murder. Why is that okay? That's the question.
And I think that's one of the many questions about this game that kind of started raising eyebrows.
I think one of the arguments has always been is the first thing I bring up is that like Alexander the Great existed, Genghis Khan existed, and they didn't have video games.
No.
People are going to get destructive.
Right. Violence. I don't think any of us are going to argue that video games cause violence. I mean, I think we all feel like that's not necessarily
Is one of the arguments that we feel as though this game's going to put shit in people's heads is like, oh, you know what, maybe...
I think it's going to infuriate people like politicians and moms who are going to be like, this is exactly why we don't, like people go and shoot schools up or whatever, because video games like this enrage or influence our children to do bullshit like that.
In counterpoint, people should be free to make something to their artistic... specification.
That's where it gets more interesting. Is like, they are absolutely allowed to make this game. I mean, it's freedom of speech. They can make whatever fucking game they want. They can make a fucking snuff game if they want, right?
Yeah.
But like, the thing is like, the implications that happen when you make a game like this, resonate with or have a ripple effect. They completely affect the entire gaming industry because now. Games like this are going to spark politicians like fucking Lieberman and fucking whoever who are going to be...
Do you think they're counting on that? Is whatever Danish studio to
gain
their own critical acclaim? They're like, we changed the market forever. We're the first one that did it.
And that's what I think a chunk of this game's potential success could be, is the fact that they were the first ones to come out and be like, yeah, you like violence in video games? Here's all the violence you could ever want.
Try
But you know what? Like, it's also that's true. But I mean, we talked about Postal, but see, Postal had a comedic tone to it. Like, it was funny.
Like you're a postal worker that kind of went off the rails, like you would say.
Hatred is not like that. Hatred strives to be realistic violence.
And I think that's where it gets hard for itself, is when the trailer ends and the gameplay footage starts and the camera pulls back to that sweet ass isometric camera angle, like it looks like it could be any typical run and gun. But it's when your lone character is walking near bodies that are trying to crawl away, and men and women and cops and
you just like pull their hairline up and
they're begging for their life, and you're doing these awesome fucking executions that you would see. The week that this trailer premieres is the week that Shadows of Mordor came out, which is possibly one of the most violent games of the year.
I've been playing
it's fucking brutal. It's the only game that I've ever played that says, do you want to kill this opponent? Or do you want to brutalize this opponent?
Brutalize is a skill you earn.
Yeah, like it's like literally, it's like you can fuck up somebody, or you can really fuck up somebody.
There are other games that put executions in it. When you have like
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. When you like pop somebody and they're incapacitated, you have the option to walk over to them, above them, and press X, and that's like the kill.
Well, yeah, I mean, take it back 10 years to like Manhunt, where it's like the longer you hold the execution button, the more grisly the execution's going to be.
So they've done this shit for a long time.
20 fucking years, where you're playing Rampage in the arcade and you're picking up men and women off the ground and biting their heads off and eating their whole bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because that this violence is geared towards innocent human beings.
Yeah, it's also the realism too, because like Rampage is cartoony, and even like
Postal is even cartoony.
Manhunt has a storyline. Manhunt has like this.
You're forced to sympathize with what's his name? Cash? Cash? You're forced to sympathize with that character.
There's a storyline. You're not just killing people. You're doing it to survive.
The first half of that game is Snuff Film, the video game. You're forced to sympathize with that character.
What's up, Irene?
Would anybody give a shit about this game if Epic had not pulled their logo?
Absolutely.
I didn't even know.
Nobody would be fucking disgusted.
Well, I disagree because I didn't even know Epic had anything to do with this game.
And that's because they didn't. It's just
they used the Unreal 3.
Yeah, they're using the Unreal 4 engine, and they happened to mistakenly use an Epic trademarked Unreal 4 engine logo that wasn't approved. Mm-hmm. And that's when Epic was like, no, you're using a logo we didn't let you guys pay for.
Right.
Give us that shit back, and then they got this game going.
But that's
I think the deeper question is the violence and the controversy the selling point? And to be honest with you,
of course it
is.
100%. This is a game that I don't think if this game, and I've said this a couple of times since this trailer premiered, if this game comes out with a cost higher than $9.99, it will flop horribly. Nobody in their right mind will give a shit about this game if it's more than
And
$10.
why would you lie about that too? Like some games you can't like, oh no, it's a really gripping story or whatever like that. Some games just have gimmicks, violence. Bayonetta has violence and sex. The lady wears hair as a suit, and half the time she's naked when you do a special.
Yeah,
so,
a game where
But
your
it's
hair,
fucking
literally,
good.
the
But it's
longer your
fucking
hair
good.
is,
Yeah.
the
So this
less
could be
clothing
good.
you are provided.
It looks kind of generic to me.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looks
know.
like what's it called that they had 10 years ago? Is it Hunted? Where you get 4-player or Hunter, maybe Hunter, where you have your demon hunters or werewolf hunters. You can play 4-player co-op.
mean
It's like
Hunter the
Left 4
Reckoning?
Hunter the Reckoning
for old
Yeah.
Xbox.
Does it look like it? It's like an
For old
isometric
Xbox.
looking.
Vaguely?
Slightly.
It's a little
It really
closer
looks
in,
like
but
original Postal, which most people don't remember original
Yeah,
Postal. They remember
but
Postal
think
2
back
and
to
on.
like
Which
a
was
Diablo
first
2
person.
Which is
or
the
like
first person piss on people simulator.
Yeah,
Right.
think back to like Diablo 2 or a Baldur's Gate kind of camera.
Right.
Angle. That's how most of this game looks, but
a little more
you know.
pulled in.
And what got me kind of thinking about this game was this media outcry that of course happened because of course you have just this whole anti-violence and video game movement that gets behind something like this, and they start throwing out these outlandish fucking things, talking about racism and misogyny and fucking all occult ties to Satan, all this kind of bullshit.
Chris
know
is
what?
fucking
I
slay me already.
I have a question. Like, I wonder if this game will be the first commercial retail release that will get an AO rating. 'Cause
There hasn't been one in like over
there
15,
hasn't been an AO rating for like an official commercial release. I don't think.
not in like over 15 or 20 years,
Well,
right?
I don't think.
I mean, the
there's ever
ESRB still technically rates like those adult film, like Vivid Video presents Jenna Jameson Simulator or
So
something.
this is
weird
gonna
like
be
that.
something
I
like.
guess so. I'm
I
talking
think there was a Leisure Suit Larry that got an AO.
I don't
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure.
Right.
I don't think
There's
Lucy ever
never
got
had
But
AO.
it's a
I don't think
sexual thing that
Well,
they give AO to, right?
Yeah.
Mostly
Not
it's
violent.
sex. And
We
what
talked
kinda-
about this though. That's a societal thing. It's like no sex. I mean, all
Yeah.
the violence you want, but no sex.
Because if you think about it,
do
what-
not show a nipple, but slice that guy's throat. It's fine.
Because what game, more so than this game, Hatred would deserve an AO? Would warrant an AO? I mean, when we're not talking about sex, we're talking about violence. I mean, it does not get
Right.
more violent than this game, right?
Or-
This is the
yeah.
bar.
This is one thing higher than Assassin's Creed because it's
This-
basically a storyline just kind of on top of you going around killing a bunch of
But
people.
Assassin's Creed doesn't have the graphic nature of Hatred, and it doesn't have the realism of Hatred because it's still a fantasy setting with unrealistic type shit. Like, you
I
know,
guess.
I mean, you have that fucking.
You're,
I mean,
yeah, but you're putting knives
but
through
in this game,
people
you're
or like
putting-
running them through the
If you're
sword.
putting
Like
a shotgun, you don't ever. But the people don't beg for their lives. Like there's in that trailer, it
Yeah.
shows
But
them
there
putting
are.
You put a shotgun in someone's mouth as they say no, then you blow their fucking head off.
yeah. So it's the issue is that it's getting too close to home for real life.
It's
Yeah, this
because
would
For a lot
happen
of
if you
people,
went out.
For
Yeah,
a
like
lot of people, it is, and I think like what got my brain kind of working about it is when people see this shit that kind of encroaches on their personal space.
yeah.
It's when you start to see things in the media that start to make these fucking outlandish accusations and these things that kind of reach out to destroy whatever it is that these guys are doing.
Yeah.
You know, at first appearance and seeing this trailer and reading what they're doing, it sounds to me like, hey, we're going to try and make an ultra-violent game that's probably not that great, but it's going to sell based on the fact that it's breaking a new taboo.
And it's got shock value and
you know,
whatever.
shock value. You know, it's like people are going to get behind it and people are going to dispute it, and therefore it's going to sell because it's
It's
controversial.
the Howard Stern of video games because some people like Howard Stern. They want to hear the taboo shit, and it's only $10. It's cheap.
Right, and you know,
So,
and it gets people.
if
to
it's
listen to it.
$10.
And I have a,
If.
you know, we all have a very good friend who kind of stands on the opposite opinion of where I'm at. Like, I truly believe that, though this is totally fucked up subject matter, and it's like I'm not going to promote and say, yeah, dude, mass murder is fucking funny and it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
I support this game's right to be made and the place that it holds in the video gaming industry. To me, this game stands out almost like the Marilyn Manson of video games. Like, it is this fucking balled up culmination of every adult's worst fucking nightmare about violent video games. You know, it's sex, drugs, rock and roll, and Satan all rolled into one.
Right.
And presented to you on a silver fucking platter.
So if we've explored this, where do we all stand on them making it? Should it make it?
Marilyn
I
Manson
don't
has
care.
artistic merit.
They have
Sure.
the right to make it. I don't necessarily think
Want
they
them to
sh-
make
I don't
it.
want them to, only because of the negative implications that it will have on the video game industry as a whole.
Do you think it'll
But they're
bring
allowed-
not Mad, but who are they? Mothers.
Mothers
Against
Against-
drug driving.
No, not Mad, but the other, the Nancy Reagan and all
Something
her
against
fucking
video
flock.
games?
Yeah, where they're
It's
just
just-
like, you can't
just
have
gonna-
video games. They'll make our children have sex and kill people.
It's just going
Like,
to add fuel to the fire. I mean, like I agree that they have the absolute right to make this game, and you know the fact that they're going for this such a controversial tone. I mean, it's somewhat applaudable even, but like I don't
want them to make it, just because it's going to cause trouble for the industry.
Yeah, I fear that this game will do more harm than it will do good. Like, don't get me wrong. I do think it's absurd in this day and age when the counterculture kind of makes the argument that video games influence culture, which it's a complete 180. Like, the culture in the video game community influences the industry.
Mm-hmm.
They give us what we want.
Right.
And the best argument is games like Leisure Suit Larry and adult video games. Like, if American gamers were sex-craved
Bubble
perverts,
bath babes on NES, baby.
right? You know what I'm saying? If we were all sex-craved perverts, then games with nudity and sexual tones would sell all the time. But you know what? The Guy game came out in the original Xbox. Either
fucking
way,
ridiculous.
I'm saying that, like, if the gaming community really was this fucking stereotype that Washington really believes that we are, then things like pornography and sexual violence would sell great ratings, but they don't fucking know. You know what we want? We want violence, because we don't get to go. We don't all have the luxury of going to a fucking shooting range. We don't have the luxury of playing fucking football. We don't have the luxury of joining the fucking military. Like, American gamers want violence,
or
and that's what we
punching
get.
people in the face.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a game, and I'll admit, I'll
take it out on King of Fighters.
I'll probably buy it, and I'll probably play it for like 45 minutes, and of those 45, I'll probably enjoy it for about 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that this isn't a game that gets people going, but I think that this will ultimately do way more harm in the industry than it ever will any positive. And it's because of things like this. Again, I have a friend, we all know him, he kind of stands on the opposite side. He's against this idea, and he linked me an article from a guy named Patrick O'Rourke, who writes for fucking Canada.com or whatever, and this dude wrote his kind of
Canada.com?
Oh yeah, fuck Canada.
Fuck me, dude.
CanadaTheNation.com.
And you know this man?
Yeah, but I've noticed a lot more articles like this. I mean, I'm supposed this article is called "Hatred: The Video Game That Shouldn't Exist and Is Disgusting." And I know, right? For one, that's just
I think there's a bias.
There's totally a bias.
First of all,
but what's pissing me off is I'm noticing more and more publications are writing articles like this that they're just outright so offended that somebody crossed the boundary from you're gonna do mass murder of a justifiable cause into mass murder into an unjustifiable cause. Like, they crossed that boundary. I'm noticing more and more people are coming up with all kinds of shit talking about mostly how disgusted this game is, but then they start making these ridiculous accusations. This article really drove me nuts because this dude, Patrick O'Rourke, he points out that this development team is entirely male, so therefore this game is full of misogynistic, gender inequality, fucking racist themes about fucking all of this kind of shit, and it's all solely based off one coincidence that the team is fully male. And I just think it's so coincidental, you know, that in light of Emma Watson's, you know, rather breathtaking, you know, speech, her call to arms for men and women to come together and fight for gender equality. I mean, you know, in this day and age, transgender men and women and homosexual men and women are at the forefront of media coverage. They are having their own civil rights movement.
Right.
It seems so fucking coincidental that this dude can throw a term like misogynistic out there to start to turn the fucking tables against these guys.
So he's using hot
because,
button
you know,
words, you feel.
they're all men, so therefore they must hate fucking women, and they must also hate black people and Mexicans. It's like, dude, that's so unbelievably, you know, why make that fucking reach? And for every person out there that is horrified by this, there's one other person that wants to be horrified by this. I want to be shocked. I want to be made feel upset and uncomfortable. And this is a game that gives me that outlet. And maybe that very essence alone is a statement in itself. It's an artistic, appropriate fucking action. I mean, no, art is emotional. It's human. It's what we connect to, and this game doesn't fucking stray away from that.
Right.
It's, you know, mass murder and hatred and violence and anger towards the world.
This is just one of the more extreme aspects of that side of art.
They're
like
very
one of the more
human emotions, and this is a game that is incorporated based in those human emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's fucked up. But
so
it should be there.
It could possibly be a very pure form of the example of one of the facets of society, like Columbine or like something like that. This is a game that explores that kind of violence or the psychology that goes into behind it. So it could be, there could be some kind of purpose to this game.
And I remember watching the movie about the Columbine Super Nintendo RPG. If you guys have seen it, I
didn't
can't
see
remember.
I've seen it.
I think it's called isn't it called like Murder Game or something weird
I
like
think
that?
it hasn't worked. I think it's like Super Columbine and Simulator
Yeah, but you know,
Not heard of this.
there was a documentary about I forget the name of the conference, but it's an independent game conference where these dudes, you know, submit your indie game, let's get it rated.
Right.
These guys submitted a game that was a Super Columbine RPG, and it explores the historical facts and accuracies of that day and the Columbine, you know, school shooting. Totally fucked up, and because it's a video game, people immediately dismissed it and said, you're a piece of shit.
You demonize
making,
it as
you know,
yeah.
And that's the tricky thing is, even 30 years later in this grand industry that is video games, we still relate the idea of the word game to youth and innocence. So if you put violence in a game, then you're putting violence in the lives of youth and innocence. You're corrupting all that. And that's not the fucking case anymore. We don't live in that world where games are for children. Their games are for people in general.
The average gamer is what, 30, like 32 or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, so they presented this game that was
average.
like an 8-bit RPG that explored, you know, the idea of where you play as these gunmen and you go around and you kill high school students. But the idea behind the game was to explore the emotions and thought process.
Right.
But behind these two depressed, angry teenagers who went and did this horrible fucking thing. That's kind of a statement of art, and it explores an area of something that was big in our nation that we may not have gotten on through news or history or media and all that kind of shit. So this is a game, again, you know, we've seen with, you know, the Sandy Hook shooting and
There was a
the
school
Dark
shooting
Knight Rising.
like 2 days ago.
Yeah, you know, there's all kinds of horrible fucking shit.
Like in
and
Virginia
maybe
Tech,
hatred
there's
is-
school shootings like every fucking other year or every year
School
now.
shooting in Seattle on Friday.
Man.
You know, and maybe hatred is that game that explores what makes people go to that extent. I
Although
don't
then
think
again, I don't know if they give a name to this person, but there's been a recent movement about, I think it started with celebrity too, is where we need to take away their names and stuff like that. Don't publicize whoever's doing these crimes, publicize the victims, and kind of discourage that type of thing. Because when they get publicity, they either win or they have, you know, that gives them some kind of form of power.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like this
and
person will be
and
remembered
infamy.
for their acts.
And that's,
yeah,
you know,
so.
that's been a kind of a big thing. I think ever since, like, John Lennon was murdered, you know, people think,
Yeah.
like, if you're a killer and you kill a famous person or you kill a brand of people, like, you're going to reach a point of celebrity. You're going to reach a point of fame.
Right.
And you're going to be part of the machine that scares Americans into paying their taxes and going to church and keeping huddled up and eating healthy food and all that kind of shit.
The thing that I know that will disgust me about this game so far is that its publicity will make it more than $10.
But my question is what platform is it going to end up on?
It's going to be on PC only.
PC
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even,
That's
like,
not
with
3DS.
Steam, like, you know, Steam
That's
this
not
week...
even a question.
No.
I forget the name of the game and the guy, but, you know, there was this article I was reading...
Gary
about-
Gygax.
No, not
Yes.
Gary Gygax. It was the dude that apparently...
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Gary Gygax.
Oh, you're right, dude. It's THACO, bro. It's all about THACO.
Hell of that guy.
Remember?
Fuck you and THACO.
Yeah.
By the way, THACO can eat a dick.
Eat a dick!
Eat a dick!
But to hit armor
You
class
don't
0,
even!
It's simple math,
But
people.
no, my statement is I forget, maybe you guys can help me out, but this guy that, there was a mistake on Steam, his game was released under the green light program when it was actually fully done. Long story
Oh.
short, he made some tweets about Gabe from Steam and said he was gonna fucking kill this guy. Oh, I'm so mad I could kill Gabe Newell.
I believe...
Gabe Newell fucking canceled his game, kicked him off fucking Steam. This dude ended up basically quitting his job.
This is the real story of Phil Fish.
It's not Phil Fish.
It's not. I wish it was.
Just kidding, Phil Fish, don't sue us.
Yeah, sorry, Phil Fish. But no, I mean, this guy,
Gabe
you know,
Newell,
he
hire
made
us.
these tweets, said, like, I'm so mad I could kill Gabe, and Gabe was like, all right, I'm going to pull your game and your company from Steam.
Right.
So, now, I know that this thing's been worked out. This dude stepped down as CEO from his company, and he's like, please give me any shot to get this game on the market and sell it. You know,
No.
What I said was fucked up, and it was my bag. The point I'm trying to make, though, is even Gabe from Steam, who will release almost anything, he's got some fucking moral boundary.
Right.
Where the question is, would he release a game like Hatred?
Well, even if he doesn't, they can still release it. I mean, they don't have to have a publisher to release something on PC. They just don't necessarily have to go through the Steam gaming portal. I
Right.
mean, they can release a game anywhere on the internet. They can have their own official website, hatred.com, and that's where you download the game for $10.
Which they do, and it's a shitty website. It doesn't say anything about the game or these people.
All right, well, you know what? Made some good points. Let's, why don't we ham fist?
We're not... This ham-fisted SIGU brought to you by Freedom of Speech.
Sure.
It's time
And the
for
letter J.
Trivia! Round the third.
All right, let's go.
Round the
Get one.
third.
Let's get on the board, baby.
Round the third.
Yeah,
This madness
catch
has to
up.
end. This madness has to end. Question the 9th.
Let's go.
I do decree it. The first game to require the use of dual analog on the DualShock controller.
Yes!
What?
Zachary.
That would be Ape Escape,
That's true.
sir. Ape Escape, PS1.
It would be
That
Ape
is true.
Escape. Would you like to hear the rest of the question?
This game to require dual analog sticks after Ape Escape.
I'm gonna make you drink on that one anyways. You jumped the gun.
You're
jump-
telling me it's not Ape Escape? Is it Ape Escape 2?
The game is Ape Escape.
No, Ape
I
Escape
thought
2
it was
is
Ape
PS2.
Escape.
That's not the question.
Alright, finish the question.
In Ape Escape, the next fucking words. What's the name of the instrument that's used to ultimately capture the
Zach!
apes? Zach.
It's a net.
What's the name of the net, Zach?
It's an energy net.
It's
the name of the
it
net?
is an energy
Is
net.
it called
The internet.
the Tesla net?
Negative.
Damn it!
You're close.
The energy net?
No.
Internet.
Is it?
Internet
Oh, I'm
is.
sorry,
I can. He has to
I'm
drink,
sorry.
but can we give him a point?
I'm sorry. I did messed
I
up.
liked it. I liked it.
It's what is the energy?
What is?
What is an energy
what is
drink?
luscious boobies?
Yes.
It is not that.
What are-
Does everybody give up? We were taking a drink.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Giant
taking a
chesticles.
drink.
Giant. It was the time net.
The time net.
The time net.
Time is not energy,
You had
dude.
stun baton and time net.
Apes through time.
What is this? Time splitters?
Bonus round for everybody because nobody got it.
Zach! They had alarms on their head.
Close. Let's give him a point. That was rad.
What?
I like that.
Bad alarm.
I decree a point for Zachary.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Bonus round.
Yeah.
I also decreed. How are the apes' personalities
Apes.
How-
determined? Apeses.
By the color of their
Aaron.
sirens?
No.
The
By
number
the
of
expression
sirens?
That's
on their
close.
faces.
Number of sirens. I got like 8 sirens all over his head.
I
Like,
know,
wow,
actually know this one. It was based on the clothes they wore.
yes, it was the color of their shirts.
Oh, their
Shirts.
shirts. Not the color of their
Oh,
sirens.
snap. Zach coming up.
Bonus point.
Alright, what's the next question?
Question the 10th.
Yeah.
I do decree it. In
What?
squares, Brave Fencer Musashi.
Oh, fuck.
What is the proper name of the protagonist's weapon?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Zach.
Zach.
Murasame.
No.
Damn it.
Masamune?
No.
Damn it.
Aaron. Pin by toe.
No. No, I can see nobody's got it. I thought you had it.
Is it pronounced katana?
No.
Damn it!
Katana.
It is the internet.
What the fuck is the internet?
Piper. Sega Genesis.
Does it start with an M?
European longsword.
Negative.
European long. That's the proper name.
Alright, what's the answer?
What's the answer?
Star Fox Rebel back.
Yeah, that's the joke from last
So
episode.
the name
Does
of
it
it is Lumina.
Lumina.
Start with an M.
That
It
is-
does not, but it has an M in it.
JRPG
Okay,
fucking
that's
shit.
close.
Nobody knew that
Lumina.
shit. Fucking
Clearly.
Brave Fencer Musashi. In
Hold
like
on, you can.
15 years.
Yeah, but you played that shit, right?
I played the shit.
I'm gonna
out of
make
it.
up a bonus question right now. What
Alright.
what was the goal of that? What were you searching for in that game? What were the collectibles?
Like scrolls.
Aaron.
Yes!
Scrolls.
Sorry, was
Scrolls!
that a bonus question or?
I'll make that as a bonus question.
Evil.
Evil!
Were they Elder Scrolls? No, I'm just kidding.
They were the younger scrolls.
The younger-
Pliny the Younger.
The teenage scrolls.
Question the
The
11th
preteen.
is what they were. I do decree it. This 1997 Matrix software
What?
Matrix software.
game developed
Okay.
title revolves around a young man.
Enter the Matrix.
That's PS2.
Negative and no point.
The Matrix wasn't even
And
out.
You're
Eat
yet.
it, dick.
round 11.
The Matrix wasn't out in
Or 12.
97.
They're banished from the land.
Matrix came out in 99.
No. This
About-
Matrix software developed title
I don't remember Matrix software as a developer.
revolves around a young man who is able to enter other people's dreams.
Wow.
Aaron, grab by the ghoulies.
Negative.
Oh my god, I don't know this. I don't know this, man.
PS1.
PS1 you can enter
Aaron.
that
Wasn't Grab by Ghoulies?
Psychonauts.
Wasn't Grab by Ghoulies an Xbox,
Xbox
game?
One game. It's a fucking double flank.
Oh, you use a mop.
That's a rare
Matrix
game.
software.
And you
dude.
can enter people's dreams.
Psychonauts
What the
was
fuck?
Enter other people's dreams. You can do that in Psychonauts, and that game is the
MultiTap
shit.
listeners could write in and tell us what the fuck Matrix software
I'm pretty
is.
good. I'm pretty good with developers, and I never heard of Matrix software.
The title in question
Yeah.
is Alundra.
Oh! Oh, that's what that game was.
I gotcha.
I used to own that shit. That
That's
also
right.
was on my shelf
I
for
do.
many
That
years.
game was the shit.
Tip of my
Beat
tongue.
it. I got
Can we
stuck
get a?
on
I didn't
wait, wait,
beat it either, but I got
Can
like
we get a bonus
halfway
question?
through.
Can we
Yeah,
get a
can
bonus
we get a
question?
shot at a
Because
point?
I'd like to. Matrix Software might have developed it, but who published it? Because that's more important in this case. You know why?
Because you don't know who Matrix Software
Because
is.
the people who published it. No, because the people who published it was Working Designs.
That's right, it was.
Mm.
And for those of you in listener land who don't know, publishers always get a much bigger logo on the box than the actual fucking developers.
And
ever
Working
do.
Designs was the shit.
All right,
Fine. Bonus question.
Working Designs.
Working Designs.
What is Piper's favorite Nintendo 64 RPG?
Quest 64.
You didn't tap in!
Zach.
That would be Working Designs, which was open up until 2004 in Redding, California, in the corner of a strip mall.
No, they were on
next
the
to a
second floor.
Safeway. Oh, you're right. They were on the second
You
floor.
are
of a
very
strip mall,
wrong.
Next to a Safeway.
I tapped in and said Quest 64.
You did, yeah.
I said
Aaron.
Quest 64 first.
That was a bonus
Why,
question.
wait, I said Quest 64.
You didn't follow the rules.
Let's just say Chris first.
For everybody out there who ever
Hey.
loved the fucking Luna games, you can thank Redding, California for hosting the company
Yeah.
that was Working Designs.
Working
Because that
Designs.
tiny little company worked out of a corner slot in a strip mall.
On
Damn.
the second floor
On the
above a
second
laundromat.
floor. Yep.
In Fallout 2, you can go to Redding. However, it's located in Nevada, which is incorrect.
Which is incorrect.
I'm gonna go
After all
on
the
record.
redwoods were gone.
We're gonna go on record and
Which
say
is-
Fallout 2
Hella fake.
can
Can eat a dick.
Oh!
I'll just say give a points to everybody.
All right.
All right, what's the next question?
Question the 12th and finale.
Ooh.
I got scrolls on that. Don't forget the scrolls point.
Scroll point is worth it.
He is
You don't have
ready.
to worry about
He is ready to
dropping
eat a
points
dick for
anymore.
points right now.
I'm just saying I don't want to do the fucking impression. That's why.
You never want, because you're gonna do that.
I'll be like, that was a hard ass. I didn't know that was hard.
Who did we tell you to do?
Whack-a-Warner.
Whack-a-War, and we're just like, be John Lennon. You're like,
I don't know John Lennon, man. I didn't listen to
I
the fucking
can't.
You're not a
Beatles.
friend with
But
John
you know what?
Lennon?
Beatles can eat a dick.
I didn't listen to fucking. The only Beatles I know is Ringo because he was on fucking
He
The
was the
Simpsons.
one.
He's on that caveman movie.
He was on The Simpsons, and that's the only reason I know him because he responds to all his letters.
But that's what Wacko
Oh
sounds
yeah.
like.
Yes.
Ringo.
That's the only
Anyway.
Beatles.
Oh, he
Question
does sound
the
like Ringo.
final.
He's like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, what's up?
Sup.
Question 12.
Question 12 and finale.
Free that shit.
This game diverts half of its narrative attention between the protagonist and antagonist.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Fucking Blood Omen. Legacy of Soul Calibur.
No.
Legacy of Soul Calibur.
Both of which share a consciousness.
Oh. Deadly Premonition.
No.
Wait. Can you repeat the question?
But this game diverts half of its narrative attention between the protagonist and antagonist,
Oh man.
both of which share a consciousness.
Can you give us a hint, like a studio or a year or something?
Oh.
No.
No!
Fuck,
You
dude.
get nothing! Good day, sir!
I think both my answers were cool, but wrong.
Oh man, I don't
Thank
know.
you for stating
This
that.
game, how about this? This game had 3 previous entries.
So this is
By the
number
time it
Definitely
hit
a Blood Omen
PlayStation
game.
1,
What's that?
by the time it hit PlayStation 1, it had 3 previous entries.
Two
Yes.
Were they all on
consciousness?
PS1?
No.
Yeah, this is the first one
I
on
don't
PS1.
fucking know.
No.
Yeah, that's
This
a-
is the second one on PlayStation 1. The other ones were on
Fucking.
SNES.
Hmm. Is this a theme that persists throughout the series?
What
about
the
the
fuck?
dual
No, this was the first, I think.
Has this series
Okay.
continued on into PlayStation 2 and beyond?
Yes.
Is it oh my god, hold on.
Do you have a mental image?
Yes.
Describe the game.
Fuck.
That's not a game.
It could be though.
Yeah.
If Hatred's a game, fuck could be a
But
game.
it could definitely
Yeah.
Is
From that
it
studio that brought you.
Oh no, you
Hatred.
said it was on Super Nintendo. You said
Fucking
the first 2 entries were on Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Wait,
You know what it
unicycles.
is?
It's
I do.
unicycles, isn't
You
it?
guys,
It's not unicycle.
Aaron!
It's a race.
you guys all have to drink,
Aaron,
by the way.
Pile
Aaron.
Wings.
No,
Wait,
what?
I haven't guessed yet. There's been 2 previous entries on Super Nintendo, and there's been 2 entries
Oh,
on
there's no
PS1.
No.
Damn it.
That's what you're saying.
What's that?
There's been 2 entries on Super Nintendo, and there's been 2 entries
Yes.
on PS1.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I think the 2 were on SNES. I know the second one's on
What the
SNES.
fuck reality do you live in?
Aaron, Who Framed Roger Rabbit on the NES.
I don't think I have the facts wrong,
Eddie
but
Valiant is just a rock
Zach!
as fuck.
yes.
Breath of Fire.
God damn it!
Yes!
It's Breath of Fire 4 with Ryu and Lo-Fu or whatever.
Breath of Fire 4, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Breath of Fire 4. Breath of Fire 4.
That came in the single jewel case,
Hey,
And
not
then it
the
progressed
double.
on to PS2 with Dragon
Hold
Quarter.
on, it did come in a single jewel case, but if you remember, I specifically made a custom Breath of Fire 4 double jewel
Chris,
case because
from
I
this
had
show.
this thing about
From this
PS1.
show.
I had this thing
Fucking
about
show.
I had this thing about PS1 RPGs, and I always wanted them to be in a dual CD case. That shit was epic.
Yeah.
And so like Breath of Fire 4 didn't come, and I printed out this.
It was
fucking,
a single, yeah.
I love that shit. I'm real proud of that shit. It looks legit as fuck.
Because isn't it like the Lunar
I wanna
game?
see
I think
this.
Lunar, right, is a single disc game, but it comes in a dual case.
It comes in
jewel
not just
case.
Well,
a dual-
because- no,
It
because
comes
it
in
was-
a full ass box though. But
It
no,
does,
that single
because it was a single disc.
The
but
dual case though has like a big ass manual or like a cloth map that
yeah,
fits inside
there was a cloth
the
map
case.
and a manual and a
But
bonus
it's a single
disc.
disc game.
It had
but
a
it
bonus
comes in a
disc
dual
to it. It
case,
had,
dual case.
Dual case, dual case.
It had a bonus.
Yeah, that was a fucking hard one, dude. I had to think back.
Bonus
It was
shit on it.
fucking, dude. Breath of Fire 4, dude.
Breath of Fire 4.
That's the end.
That's the end.
That's the end of
There
trivia.
were 2 on Super Nintendo or 2 on PS1.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
also 1 on PS2.
That was a fucking doozer.
PS2 was Dragon Quarter.
PS2 was Boss 5, Dragon Quarter.
Boss 5 Dragon Quarter.
Did you know
yes.
there's a Boss 6 and it's fucking bullshit?
Is it a
Because
mobile game?
It is a mobile game.
I knew it.
Before.
So,
Is it like that
Breath of
bullshit
Fire-
ass Samurai Showdown game that came out on the Xbox?
Bullshit ass.
No.
Xbox 360.
Is that some shit ass
That
game on your cell?
bullshit ass 3D fucking
Yeah.
scam show
I
fucking
paid,
letdown?
I paid like $50 for that game too.
I bet you did. I bet you got only
How about that?
14 back on trading credit.
I didn't trade it in. I got it's an SDK game. I was buried with that shit. But there was literally like I was the only person in the fucking like state to pre-order Samurai Showdown Sten for Xbox 360. And I'm also like,
Who is this cat from Antelope, California?
I'm also one
It's
of,
not
like,
often that a GameStop employee goes, "Wait, what game are
Yeah.
you asking for?"
Samurai Showdown on Xbox 360. You fuck. Eat a dick.
Dick Goober.
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 Games. I've stopped. You know what? I've really like stopped shopping at GameStop. I fucking hate GameStop
Wait,
now. Man.
yeah, fuck GameStop.
I'm just tired.
I
of,
can
like,
say it now too because I
buying
don't work there anymore.
Even if you did work there, fuck GameStop.
Don't they have some kind of weird non-disclosure or not
No,
disclosure, but like
no.
when you work there, conflict of interest where you're like
No.
on a pie.
You
Fuck
know
GameStop.
what, man?
then.
I'm tired of going into fucking GameStop and not being able to buy a game without being fucking pitched 18 things about like, do you want a pre-order? Like I'm buying fucking Breath of Fire, for instance, right? And they're like, hey, you should pre-order fucking Call of Duty. I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. Like, I don't give a fuck about you or your goddamn pre-order numbers either. I don't want to fucking subscribe to Game Informer. I don't want to get a fucking disc scratch guarantee. I don't want to shit. I want to get my game. I want to get the fuck out of here because I fucking hate you.
My favorite is when the GameStop employee gives you the sales pitch for a game that was released 3.5 weeks ago, but they're talking to you like you haven't played it yet. Like, hey,
Yes.
you play Ultra Street Fighter 4? You mean 2 months ago when that game came out?
Ultra
Yeah.
Street Fighter
Oh yeah? Well then you should pre-order Call of Duty.
Hey, you should pre-order Call of Duty because it's got Kevin Spacey.
You ever played that Street Fighter Dub Alpha 3?
Nice game.
In
No.
fact,
game.
my last GameStop experience was to purchase BlazBlue Chrono
That's
Phantasm,
a
which
good
is
game.
amazing, by the way. You
Play
should
that
buy
shit
it.
tonight.
But they were trying to get me to pre-order Mortal Kombat X, which were like announced like the day before I bought BlazBlue.
There's
Right.
not
They're
even
like, hey, do you
a
want to
release
pre-order this
date.
game that doesn't have a release date yet? Hey, give me $60 and I'll guarantee whenever this fucking game shows up, you're gonna get one.
It is. There's Warcraft like 3 years ago. Hey, there's
You
a
know
thing
what?
coming out for Warcraft. You want to buy it like 3 years
This is
up?
why I feel bad for all the people who pre-ordered Duke Nukem Forever in 2001.
Yes.
I hate that
They
can't
delivered, eventually.
You can't go into a GameStop and buy like a brand like Bayonetta 2 came out Friday, right? So if you go into fucking GameStop and buy Bayonetta and want to buy Bayonetta 2, they're not even gonna fucking check to see if they have extra copies. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Did you pre-order it?" No, fuck you. I
Because
just
they
want-
gotta get their numbers.
No, but
Aaron has-
they're not even. But they already know that they have hella copies. They're just asking if you pre-ordered to be a prick because they think you should have pre-ordered it.
No, because if you
I'm
did
sorry.
pre-order it and people are dumb, where they're just like, can I get this game? And then you sell it to them, and they're like, I just paid $60. Wait, I paid for this already. And then you're like, oh, fuck you, dude. And then you have to like, go back,
No.
give them their money back, and be like, I'm gonna take your pre-order out now. How did you not tell me about your fucking, you had paid this already?
Well,
Aaron,
Aaron,
what's up?
Aaron, you got Monster Claws up.
Aaron.
I got Monster Claws. I'm half Chronos Swarm. That's what that is in LARPing.
Werewolf.
Chrono
Anyway.
Swarm!
Fucking Star Citizen doesn't even have a game. Hasn't had a game for like a year, but has made like $60 million fucking dollars off of trailers and hope. Because people are like, you can buy this hella pretty ass ship that is all concept art. Fuck yeah, I'll buy that for $200. Fucking ridiculous. And a friend of mine has thrown like $500 in that game. That does not even fucking have a release date.
Yeah,
What the fuck are you doing, Bertram?
It might not even come out, and you're not going to get that money back.
And this is why I don't support Kickstarter, because it, after seeing what happened to all the investors of Oculus Rift. Now, don't get me wrong, I was misinformed. Like, the people behind Oculus Rift still have to work and create Oculus Rift.
Also, don't take offense, Bertram. Still listen to the show.
But it
Bertram
just
doesn't
seems,
listen.
Fuck you, Bertram!
Fuck you, Bertram.
It just seems shitty for all the people that created that first $1 million that then realized that their $1 million investment was purchased for $1 billion.
$2 billion.
Yeah,
$2
$2
billion.
billion.
Now,
$1
I
billion.
get it. Facebook is acting as like a proprietary management for the sale and the manufacturing of it, but
Right.
it just seems so shitty that these guys really had to sit back and come up with an idea and then sell the idea to a company that actually wanted to produce the idea.
Yes. Let's. What's the next segment?
Ham-fisted Segu. We have a main topic about.
We did.
Talk about it.
No, man. It's gonna go way too extensive.
The main topic was hatred.
No,
Right.
well, the main topic,
Topic.
that was the game on tap we were talking about, doing
What's
that
our
kind of thing.
main topic? We haven't even gotten to the main event yet?
No, man, the main
We already
topic is
did.
off the table. We're gonna count hatred as the main one because we'll be here like fucking overtime.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in the mines
No,
all damn day.
Hatred talked about like game violence as a whole.
We
and
did.
society and shit.
And
So
I
the
just
next
think it's
segment, Aaron, do you
Wait,
have
what?
results and do you
Yeah,
have
I
who would
do.
wins?
So,
I'll do who would win after that.
Okay, do you have any
I tore a hole
ideas?
in my pants.
Do you have
Nice.
enough ideas?
I do it after because then we have to do the voices during who would win.
Yeah, but do you have who would wins up?
Kind of.
Okay,
Thanks, Amy.
we had
Oh yeah.
the fourth wall is broken. There were wives in the studio the whole time.
Half of it.
One of those coughs was the wife. One of the wives.
Why?
The wives.
sorry.
One is doing a princess shuffle, a princess wave.
That's
There
nice.
are no
Miss
such
America
thing as
waves.
wives. Back to the show.
Irene's a wife.
I am a wife.
She is a wife.
A wife.
Technically, I'm a wife, a man wife.
Man wife.
Yes.
Man
Yeah.
wife. All right. Let's what's the next segment?
The
Next segment is
the
results.
results.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in third place with a respectable 4 points, not even remotely
It's not even respectable.
is Aaron.
Nice.
I'm in third?
You're in third
Oh.
place.
You started with third? And I'm gonna do second and then like, oh, and this guy wins. You fucking suck.
And
How we do this is that the two losers have to do voices. The
Aha,
one
exactly.
person who won didn't have to do it. So you guys.
Oh, so even after I lose, I still have to do a voice?
that's how it works.
I
If
thought
you
if I
lose, you
came
do
in
voice.
second, I would be okay.
No.
The two losers
Who got second place?
The two losing
Motherfucker.
people.
was Zach
Yes.
Oh.
with 5 points, and then Chris with 9.
Steve
Fuck,
Wait,
man.
when
Steve
the
Holt.
fuck did I get 4 points?
When did you
Steve
get 4
Holt.
points?
We're granting you points
Oh,
for
that's
being
nice.
clever.
That's
and
true, yeah, for
funny.
fucking,
Oh, yeah.
what's it called?
Oh.
Internet. Intranet.
The internet was worth 4 points.
Ah, that was good.
All right.
So we have winners. We have to divvy out voices, and you have to. You got those?
We gotta get voices first.
Right.
What? I'm gonna start this differently this time. What are some voices? I don't know. Some voices you can do. What are some voices
I
you
don't
think
know,
you can
dude.
do?
I don't do pretend voices.
You do like fucking Louis Armstrong or something?
So,
Louis
I just think you're first.
Can you do Rodney
I think
Dangerfield?
Because Zach does a really good troglodyte voice.
A
His security guard voice.
It's one of the wives.
It's
We have to have
really
security.
good.
guard.
Okay,
so
If
there's
you
a
vou-
couple
If
of
you vouch for it,
voices
we're doing that one.
that I would say I do very well.
Sure. Do that one.
In ascending order.
Okay.
Number 3 would probably be my Aaron Neville impression.
Yes.
Baby, you don't know. Don't talk about the game, no.
Who's Aaron?
My
Who's Aaron
I
Neville?
don't know who
I
Aaron
don't
is.
Just
know
the
much.
2 of us. Building castles in the sky.
If
Just
that's
2 of us.
number 3, fuck all, I'm done.
Yeah.
What's number
I
two?
would say possibly number 2 is my movie voice guy.
I like
This
it.
is the guy
Say in a world.
where Justin Piper hosts MultiTap podcast.
We're gonna do you for the beginning of this, like, ladies and gentlemen.
But perhaps my favorite would be John Malkovich
Sure.
Oh,
Do you have the cadence?
from Of Mice and Men.
Oh.
Be quiet! You be quiet! Be quiet! Just be quiet! You be quiet! Shh, you be quiet! Shh! Shh, you be quiet! Aaron! Come here, man. It's okay.
Chris, you don't know who Aaron Neville is?
No.
The Neville brothers, dude.
Okay.
Everybody plays the fool.
We're gonna.
Sometimes.
Do we want Aaron? I don't know if we want Aaron Neville. We might want.
That might be too confusing with all
What
the
are you
areas in
gonna
the room.
do?
What's all that?
I won't understand anything if you do that.
Aaron Neville.
This is me playing
Aaron Neville is just a little bit Cleveland Jr.
Hey,
Dad.
Oh, I told you not to be here. It's
Are
Sunday
we-
night. Can you?
Here's the thing: Aaron loses on trivia all the time.
Yes.
Thanks.
It's the same. It's okay. It's the same with me. We're just fucking. We're made to lose trivia.
He's running out of voices to do.
Nah, he's a man of like 800 voices, and
He
we've
is
only
a man
used
of many talents.
we've only used like 4.
She went outside. She couldn't find her. She lost sight of her, so she was freaking out.
Mm.
I think we might have
I'm
to
glad
do
you
that.
found her.
We have to go back to movie voice. I want to go back to movie voice so that every time you respond, you have to pull it close and be like, "In a world."
I feel like you should just cycle
Because
through
movie
your
voice
voices.
is better than knowing John Malkovich.
Yeah, let's do movie voice.
Who's your number one?
Okay, hottest redheads in video games.
Go.
What
Chick
about
from Pandemonium. Fucking,
Regina.
Chick from Pandemonium, but doesn't have a name.
Vanessa.
and Vanessa, fucking Shion from Xenosaga.
Oh, what's her name from Tales of Destiny 2?
Oh, that broad, the chick from Tales of Destiny 2.
She was like a little girl.
Right next to
Eeyore.
the
Let's also talk about the chick from Threads of Fate. She was pretty hot too.
Mint.
Mint, yeah, she had it cracking.
Lieutenant Kelly
There
from.
you go.
All right.
Was there a spider
There
behind
was
me?
a massive spider
Oh my
behind
God.
you.
No
Dude.
such thing. You're fine.
Dude.
Piper
Bro.
just saved
That
all
was
of our
a giant
lives.
spider.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, that spider was big.
Dude.
saved us all.
Piper, I am the biggest
Oh my
arachnophobe
gosh.
you will ever meet.
I
And
just fucking
I
killed it.
actually turned around and saw that, I would have shrieked like a little woman.
I know.
That spider
Not
was
not to like
fucking
fucking
huge.
not
the
to like
shit
say
out of
women
it.
are below me.
I
I'm
kissed
just, like,
that
talking
spider
about,
with
like,
my
a small
fist.
statured
You got knocked the
female.
fuck out.
I would have
like
shrieked
Spiders.
at the same pitch at which she
Shit.
would have.
I fucking punched the spider in the face for you.
Yeah.
Fuck
Literally
bees, because
hammered
Piper punched
this
every
so
bee. in
great.
the face.
He hammer fisted that spider, like literally, and it
Thank you for
exploded.
saving me because that. Like,
It was right behind you.
I'm not even gonna
would've
shake your
probably-
hand.
You want to know how evidence of how big it was? You can see the blood. That's the blood.
I would possibly shit my pants right now.
That is the blood from the
That's kind of
spider.
disgusting.
Your pants are saved.
Its guts are still on the bottom of my
Man,
face.
I don't know about
Don't
this
do it.
fucking spider-infested ass garage.
What did I try to tell you? We gotta do it at Chris's house or here, and here's full of fucking weirdness.
Hey, you guys had the honey whiskey.
Boiled nice.
We did.
one.
I could have brought honey whiskey. That's mobile.
As long
Speaking
as
of
you kill
which,
the insects.
I need
don't
some more
care.
cream
Yeah.
soda and honey whiskey.
Oh, all
Speaking
right.
of which, we need to get this Who Would Win on the road.
We do.
That's how it's
Nicholas
We just fucking
Cage.
Have you
did
guys
Nicolas
watched
Cage.
John Travolta.
Have you guys watched Rage with Nicolas Cage yet?
Rage.
It's on
Is there a
Netflix.
cup?
I did watch Rage, and my daughter
It's a-
was stolen in front of my eyes. It was a traumatic
We
experience,
got one
and I
here.
don't care to relive it.
Sorry, Chris. It's for Zach. Thank you, though.
All right, do
Zach lost.
Do it again!
I can't.
Do it again!
Are you laughing at his Nicholas Cage?
Piper, do it again!
It tickles him. We have to have him on every show.
Piper, do it again! My wife is doing it again!
The Nicolas Cage voice?
Yeah,
Let's
was
hear it.
amazing!
I did it. It's a,
Only
oh.
if you can do it from like Vampire's Kiss.
Piper, talk about
Vampire's
Talk
Kiss.
talk about the film Rage that were you in Netflix's latest edition.
Hold on to a stick and like pointing people.
I have a Netflix exclusive. They took my daughter, and let's just say I was displeased entirely. I had a gun strapped to my waist, and I used it with much impunity.
I think half the humor comes from fucking Zach losing his mind. Nope, 100% comes from Zach losing his shit.
We have to go home. We have to leave right now. That was too fucking funny, dude.
Who was the face?
Aaron. Can you do Ruby Rod?
We can. Ruby Rod!
No, it's couple my man.
Super green.
I don't know the name from Iran.
Well, you just have to talk like his voice.
Come.
Right? Can you do it?
No.
No.
Oh, and then he puts that microphone right up to Bruce Willis and he goes, 3.
Yeah.
He does our joke.
Lost in Paradise!
Oh shit, Floss in Paradise. We're doing it. Ruby Rod.
Fifth Element.
Yeah,
Right.
it's Ruby Rod.
There's a movie right there.
That's a movie.
There's a movie.
Ruby
Oh
Rod
my
and
God, dude.
Aaron Neville.
John Emmanuel Baptiste. Wait, right?
Yeah.
John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Yeah.
Zorg, yes.
Thank you, Mr.
Gary Oldman.
Thank you, Mr. Gary Oldman.
0 crates.
Commissioner Gordon.
You know, give a lot of props to Doug Jones for his body acting, but people
No.
bravely overlook how awesome Gary Oldman is at
Gary Oldman's
becoming
the shit.
Amazing.
Old
whatever fucking
man.
character he wants to. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to play a burn victim in a wheelchair for Hannibal, and I'm going to win the fucking Oscar. Who needs Anthony Hopkins?
The next
I'm
year,
fucking sweet,
I'm gonna be Jim Gordon
right?
in Gotham.
By the way, can I tell you,
Who is
Yeah, you said before.
Gary Oldman?
No.
I fucking hate the
one?
Gotham TV show on
Oh,
Fox
did I?
48.
We
Fuck
can-
you, Fox
dude.
48. Fuck
I'll
Gotham.
tell
Dude.
you, I watched the first
Let me
episode.
guess. You were
watched it.
disappointed.
I was, but here's why. Because every fucking time there was a character
Aaron.
from the comic, they went out of their way to
I wanna know. You
fucking
don't have to say
ham
that
fist the
loud.
fucking name. They're like, whatever, Penguin.
Whatever,
Oh.
you little penguin-looking little motherfucking penguin fuck.
You penguin-looking ass motherfucker.
They somehow worked in like the character's supervillain name in every fucking time there was every time that the supervillain was on the fucking show. They would always do that. Like Edward Nygma, who he's one of like the forensic
Enigma.
scientists.
Yeah.
They
I
were
get
like,
it.
yeah, but I mean, they were talking about like he gave them a riddle, and then the response was, "We're tired of your riddles, Nygma." And
Yes.
like, really, you had to say riddle. Like you couldn't leave any sort of fucking mystery whatsoever
They're,
to the audience.
to be fair, they're better at ham-fisted segues than I am, or we are.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Are you gonna be
What
that
is it?
At what time is 6:30?
I don't know.
Half past 6.
6 is 30 when the time's 5.
For the people in listener land, he's making jazz hands. Like,
Okay, that's what you need to do.
ah.
6 times 5 is 30.
Oh.
That's the payoff.
That's the joke.
I got it.
Oh.
Hey,
The
hey!
two Asians didn't get
I
the
didn't
math
get
joke.
it.
I've had enough of your riddles. Who'd win in a fight?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Who would win in a fight? Let's hear it. What do you got, Aaron?
Say it, baby.
Say it.
You say it.
You say it.
Our top ones. Who wins?
What?
Our top ones.
for bangable video game chicks.
I think
Who
I'm
wins?
gonna fight for
Shit.
Chief Lockshark
That's
takes it.
FIFA versus
Viking
Mai
versus
versus
Mai
Chun-Li.
versus
So
Chun-Li.
Viking
versus
versus
Joe.
Joe Higashi.
Fuck, man.
No,
Joe
fucking
Higashi, because Joe
Hurricane Upper
Higashi,
is
Joe
gonna
Higashi's
win.
a man, and he therefore is stronger. than all. That's just science. Men are stronger than women. I'm sorry.
Right, but
He has more upper body strength. He wins because this guy.
He wins because he's a man.
right, hold on. My
He's got a
Shir-
sword.
my Shiranui, she carries like 15 pounds in her chest alone, right? So that's like 15 pounds of full frontal damage.
But that's a hindrance
Wait.
that holds her
Mention-
down.
It is, and she's gonna.
Super deadly ninja
so
bees,
boobs are a
okay, ladies and
hindrance?
gentlemen, that's all
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna say.
Tifa's out.
Tifa's
Yeah.
out.
Maya's
out.
Mai's out.
Joe ain't out.
Joe's not out. Biken's kind of busty.
You're
but she
telling me
hasn't showed
super
up.
deadly ninja bees beats out fucking Hurricane Surprise or whatever that
Hurricane
guy's
Upper.
I don't think it does.
Hurricane Upper beats Super Deadly Ninja. Hurricane Upper.
This
This is what I'm good at. I'm good at breaking people.
Surprise, butt sex. Hurricane surprise.
Hurricane Surprise.
Surprise
Screw
butt
up.
sex
Or
is
is-
That's why Chris and I used to play
Hurricane.
CBS too.
You know what I'm saying?
Hurricane Gina, Hurricane Helen, Hurricane Surprise.
Hurricane Upper.
Hurricane Gina, sir. It's Hurricane Gina.
Hurricane Sandy, Pecan Sandy,
Pecan surprise.
Pecan Surprise.
Never trust a woman with a cookie's name.
Never trust a woman with a pecan
Okay,
surprise.
so you know who would win?
Madeline.
Joe, because he doesn't have boobies.
You know what you say?
That's hella sexist.
It
He's
is.
got Wayne Static
Well,
hair.
they weigh the
Who?
people down.
Joe Higashi.
That's-
Wayne
I thought
Static
that's
hair.
what
Does he have
we
Wayne
did.
Static
That's gotta
beard?
counteract the weight.
What do you say when surprise
Mm.
butt sex happens?
Whoops.
Ouch.
You say, whoops! But since I'm here...
Wait, like if the guy is getting surprised.
I was gonna ask you. I don't know. What do you say when you get surprised?
Say,
by
whoops! But since you're here, might as well go to town.
But since you're here, have at it.
Go ahead.
I
go
don't
to town.
know.
Alright.
Brown
This
town.
you can't. Where's that?
I'll show you.
It's just next to Yuba City.
Yuba City.
'Cause
Fuck you, Yuba
Fuck
City.
Yuba City.
We're gonna go on record and say fuck you, the city.
If there's any listeners there, you're lovely people, but get the fuck out of that town.
Yeah, get off methamphetamines and fuck Yuba City.
That shit is weak.
This shit is weak.
And Olivehurst is no better.
Oliver can eat a dick.
Eat a dick. Yes, suck a dick.
God damn it, who would win?
I don't think boobies takes it
I
out
don't know,
because
we're down
like
two.
in order for boobies to be
two.
effective as a weapon,
Like
you'd have to like
mine.
swing to the side.
Tell me
and
more
then-
about yours.
I feel like
Viking?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
about
she got crippled as a child and got really mad. So now she carries a sword and like a claw.
she's
has-
a samurai.
She has one
She's a
eye.
She has
samurai.
one eye and
and
one
one
arm because she
arm.
got fucked up as a child. However, she makes it work. She's a really good fighter.
Cool as
she
shit.
fights against gears. She fights against gears, which are badass and super powerful.
Yeah.
In biking, she's pretty badass. She wears a kimono. She doesn't wear a bra underneath that kimono.
That's true.
That's
So
always
that's
a
a
plus.
positive.
She has a claw.
Isn't she young or is she not young?
No, she's
Oh,
She's
and
like-
she wields the power
I don't know,
of stomping
late
the
20s.
ground and
Okay.
Is
making
that
wood
cat
appear
food?
in front of her.
tatami
opponent.
mats.
Yeah, she can fucking
It is
stomp
now.
the ground
It
and
is
make
now.
a tatami mat pop up in the air.
Yeah.
She can stomp the air and make a tatami mat.
I mean, wouldn't that be
Oh.
sweet if you could stomp your foot and slap your greatest foe in the face with a doormat every time you slapped your foot against the ground?
That is pretty sweet, but I'm gonna have to point out again that she's not a man,
Right.
and therefore Joe
She
Higashi.
has a sword.
Sexist.
Does that guy
I'm,
have a
also,
sword?
I'm almost gonna say not.
Joe
Joe.
Higashi has
No?
hurricane upper. She's gonna say that out of spite.
I'm gonna say it out of spite.
You should.
Yeah, but in that case, I'm going to vote Bikin because I think Chris is letting gender win this argument.
Yeah. And actually, as much
And I'm
as
sorry, but Emma Stone came forth and said, "Listen, dude,
Stone.
all you
Stone.
muggles need to fucking be equal, because
Yeah.
fucking girl muggles and boy Harry Potters are all fucking same."
hey, yo,
And that's what Emma Stone
Hey.
came out and said.
Hey.
Spider-Man 2
Hey.
in theaters.
Emma Stone is from Easy A.
Why the fuck is Joe dating Lily Kahn?
Emma
What is
Stone
that?
is not the
She's
girl you're
not.
thinking of.
She's not.
Maybe
she's
she's
Billy
got-
Kahn's sister, and
maybe
it's
she's
like
got like Moses.
Kane.
I
Kahn.
stand
It's
corrected.
Kane.
Kahn.
He fights with a
In
cane.
the but in the game they say Kahn.
No, it's Billy.
They do.
It's Billy
they
Kane.
say Kahn.
It is absolutely Billy Kane because he
I
fights
always
with a cane.
thought that growing up, but I heard them in the video game.
I'm
They
sorry,
say
but
Kahn.
Irene,
That's because-
based on that logic,
It's James
Japanese
Conn.
people don't know English.
Kaiosuke from CBS2 actually
Kaiosuke?
pronounces he actually throws a projectile called Kurasakata.
I think
Not
Kaio.
cross cutter, it's
Yeah.
called Kurasakata.
Yeah, the
Then
fact
why
that
would
they
they
call him.
it Kahn?
They're-
I also
Because
think
they don't
Kaiosuke's
know-
name is Kyosuke.
No, I'm sorry.
They don't
it's
know that
pronounced
it's a
Kaiosuke.
game.
I don't know
Kaiosuke.
English.
And when he throws his hand at
No,
you,
it's
he
not
throws a
Japanese people saying
Kurasakata.
it. It's
Kurasakata.
white people saying it.
Kurasakata!
It is.
I know, is it Crosscutter?
In what
Anyway,
game? In what
why
game?
the fuck? I don't know. One of the games. Whatever
No
one
game.
she's in.
Lily Kane is only in
That's the
Maximum
one then.
Impact 1
It's
and
Maximum
2,
Yep.
Impact.
and she's in the background of King Fire 13.
Oh my god. I don't
But
know
when
either
Max
anymore.
Impact 3 comes out in 2016,
No
Yeah.
one's answered
We'll get
why
Lily
he's
King.
dating Lily, whatever the fuck her last name is.
No one else,
Name-
no one has answered. Who would win in a fight?
Right?
Yeah, that's what really matters.
Yeah.
So we got Mai, we got Biking, we got Chun-Li, we got Joe.
Actually,
So-
we have Tifa Lockshark.
We
How
got
dare you?
Tifa.
But I think actually Tifa loses to Baiken. She'd
Tifa-
kill her.
Damn.
Yeah, probably.
well,
in a
let's just
one-on-one
talk.
fight.
Let's not talk about like that stuff. Let's talk about like moves that they have.
Let's talk about
let's compare
legitimate-
them. Yeah.
Shit, what was it called? Dolphin kick?
Dolphin Blow.
Dolphin
But
blow.
like, so Tifa.
Hey!
Oh, that wins right
I found the
there.
sexiest character.
Here's the thing about Tifa is you gotta remember. You got to think about Tifa fighting Los from Advent Children. Because that scene is when you're running around
That's
the church,
true.
she's
Fuck, man.
fucking house. She was like wall jumping and shit.
Right.
Like that was I love that scene. That's a great scene.
Yeah, well,
Sure,
it's
and they
good.
had that moment when their fists come together and like.
Are we counting Advent Children as canon for this?
Advent Children is Tifa's in Advent Children. Advent
Okay.
Children's canon.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like,
Fuck
is it
yeah,
not
the
just
Crisis
7?
Core.
It's also. Yeah, I don't know then. What else
Viking has a sword and she fights gears, which are like the most dangerous things.
Yeah, but
in the
Tifa
world.
fought people with swords.
Chun-Li is the strongest woman in the world.
According to the Hong Kong Police Department.
Yeah.
According to her.
They're
According
really
to her-
credible
Hey,
swords.
according to the Hong Kong Police Department, so is Godzilla.
Yeah,
No,
but
but-
I'm sorry.
It's
what about
Japanese,
my
you
Shiranui?
racist motherfucker.
She practically,
My Shiranui is a ninja.
but she practically
Okay.
carries the
Whoa,
entire
whoa, whoa.
Bogard
Hold on.
clan on her shoulders.
Okay.
The Bogards would
Kinda
not
hot.
be who they are without my
I
Shiranui.
disagree with that.
And
Okay.
the power of the deadly super
What are the
super
melee
deadly ninja
attacks
beasts.
for
What? Got
these
too many
people? The
beers.
melee attacks
The melee attacks for who?
for all of these people.
Chun-Li
people.
has spinning bird kick.
Yeah.
She has
A fireball.
She has
That's
Kikoken.
a ranged attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
it's not-
Yeah, I'm
that's
talking
not-
about melee. Right
Oh.
now. Yeah.
She's got kick. She's got Kiko. She's got
She
Hoyoku
can jump
Sen.
on your head.
Kiko.
She has,
Oh,
Kiko.
right now we're including super moves in this
she has
equation?
Hoyoku Sen, which is hard to parry. Baiken has a sword.
Baiken can turn a block into a counterattack.
Baiken
That
can
is
counter,
fucking cheap as fuck.
I'm sorry, Mai can throw fans at you from a distance.
and she never runs out, and she keeps the fans near her
Right.
boobs.
And whenever she feels like it, she can set those fans on fire
Tifa,
and then
what
throw
does she
them
have?
at
She
you.
had Dolphin Blow. I'm trying to remember the other one.
Not
Like her
only does
limit
she
break.
have ninja bees,
Her
but
limit-
she has super
Hella
deadly
kicks.
ninja bees.
Yeah, what's the one where she flip kicks?
Somersault.
Yeah, somersault.
Somersault. That
Tifa
one's
has-
not her best
Tifa's
one, though.
limit break is limited though, because Tifa's limit break is a slot machine.
Yep.
And so it's
That's
not,
right.
It's not guaranteed.
Justin,
So it's
pour a
not
bunch of whiskey
guaranteed.
into this.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna say Tifa's out because her limit break is not guaranteed.
But she has. the
Our
limit
most
break.
oh no, the
Okay.
racism made the wives
That,
run
that-
away.
technically, the limit break is
You're
her
the smart
super.
ones.
Baiken has a super that makes kanji characters come out.
And
Okay.
stabs you.
Yeah.
What about Joe?
Joe has Hurricane Upper.
Yeah, he
And
does.
Hurricane Upper causes a goddamn tornado
Fucking-
yeah.
that hits like 25 times.
Doesn't-
Amazing.
That doesn't matter.
And in CBS 2, in Captain America SNK 2, he has a level
Drink a
3 screw upper that's a double upper. He does,
Oh, yeah,
he does both arms up and 2 hurricanes come up. It's like
So
the
no
best
matter
move in
what
the game.
direction,
If
you're gonna
anybody,
hit.
because if you're Joe and you're playing CBS 2
Yeah.
and you have a level 3, the
Yeah.
second
fun.
somebody jumps, you throw that move out and it fucking destroys them.
Yep, left, right,
Okay.
bottom, and
So-
top.
BA
For-
start.
For melee attacks, can we agree that Joe wins?
Yes.
All right,
Melee.
fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
ranged.
agree ever.
Oh,
But
For
I'm biased.
ranged, if it's
That's
ranged,
gonna go to my Shiranui and her fan tops.
if it's ranged, it's gonna be Mai because she's the only one with a full screen projectile. Baiken doesn't have a projectile.
okay.
Chun-Li doesn't go full screen.
Okay.
Joe has a double hurricane upper where because Joe's projectile
Mhm.
half circle forward punch, he throws 2 mini mini tornadoes.
Well,
2.
more importantly, let's talk about his half circle forward with hard kick.
That's
Which
thrust
really
kick. That's
thrust kick sends him all the way across the screen, though, dude.
You know what? Joe wins the projectile battle too because he throws 2 and they're fast, and that beats Mai's 1 fan.
Is it
Okay.
Joe?
You're right.
So, is there anything else that we should consider for these fights besides melee attacks and ranged attacks?
Super-
I didn't.
Supers.
Supers.
Because the super of Baiken, she slashes you 3 times and kanji characters come out. Chun-Li has Hoyoku-sen, which I think might be the best. Oh no, we just talked about the double screw upper.
I like how that's the ultimate. It's like she slashes you and then kanji characters come out.
Dude, if you slash somebody and Chinese characters come out,
That's true.
you did a good job.
Fucking
Yeah.
letters fly in the air, naming your attack or whatever while you're doing it. You don't even have to say anything. You're
You
just
did a good job.
Mhm.
Joe Higashi has the best super because it talked about the double screw upper.
And that's the thing
Okay.
with K Groove level 3. I mean, that's a powerful ass super.
That
It's
will
more
take
powerful.
off like 2/3 of it.
And I'll even admit, as the cheerleader squad for my Shiranui, it's more powerful than the level
Okay.
3 super deadly
It is.
ninja beast, which can be activated in the air
Shoot.
at any distance. But unfortunately, you want to activate that shit at the highest distance so you get the most screen coverage.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed hit if you do that. You gotta do it mid combo for guaranteed hit.
Well, that's true. You got to know what you're fucking doing, because I mean,
Sure.
working an aerial super into any kind of fucking combo
Your
in King
ass
of
gonna get
Fighters,
countered.
that's
With
some
your balls.
shit.
Nerds!
Dude, before the HD meter came along, that shit was near impossible in King of Fighters, but there was motherfuckers who could still do that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can we all agree that
Yes.
just based strictly on martial prowess?
Yeah, I think it's Joe.
It's Joe.
It's
Yeah.
Joe.
Okay.
It's
Only
fucking
for
Joe.
martial prowess.
No,
will
you're
agree,
correct. I'm
but
joking
I'd
about
rather fuck
the
Viking.
gender stuff.
He's not joking. He's a sexist.
Seximus Prime.
All right.
Seximus Prime.
What's the next?
Is there a
hand
next?
Win? I don't know.
I think that's it. It's the end of the line, right?
Aaron goes.
We went so long.
Aaron
with this
goes.
one.
Who would win? Anybody in this room?
Did you ever do a voice at all? While you
No,
were-
I thought I
It was
was.
a movie voice.
Was I supposed to?
You're supposed to do voices until the end of time.
It's too late.
Until the end of the.
Until you die.
In a world where my Shiranui.
All right. Let's hit to the end of the line.
Very well. This
You're
is the
done,
end of the
Aaron.
show.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. This was hella fun. We all got drunk. Well, most of us got drunk.
That's
Elephant the elephant.
that's high praise.
Our time praise. Zach and
I could eat it.
and I and
Eat for
Chris
hours.
definitely got drunk.
Chris definitely got drunk.
Can eat a peach
Peach.
For hours.
I could eat a peach.
for hours.
I could eat a chocolate starfish for hours.
Chocolate starfish!
Yeah!
It's all about the nugget!
Oh, keep on rolling, baby!
Give me something to break!
Yeah! Anyways,
Why did anybody give that man American dollars?
American money.
Pay you
Why
in
didn't they
yen.
give him yen or like
Jesus.
euros or
Yen's
something
insane.
stupid?
Don't give him yen.
Jesus
Why don't we just
Christ.
give him lira or something
Why don't
dumb
we
and
give
fake?
him the finger and tell him to go to hell?
Present him your ass so he can kiss it.
Or
Fred
do
Durst.
Why don't you kiss my butthole, Fred?
I have a better deal for you. How about I give you the finger and you give me my phone call?
That's the first convincing Keanu I've heard.
No way.
Yeah, I have
Hey,
so much
speaking of
people.
Keanu,
I heard about John Wick.
I heard John Wick's the shit.
I heard John Wick was the
anybody
shit.
seen John Wick?
but I
No.
want to.
I
I
even
wanna watch that
even
motherfucker.
Finetti said it was good.
Well, she says a lot of stuff is good.
I
Does
hear
she?
John Wick is
She
the
doesn't
one
listen to this.
taking-
Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't care.
I hear
Really?
John Wick.
They had
Even
a
on the cusp
screening
of
of
Taken
John
3?
Wick
Yeah.
like
New
last
Taken?
week
I hear
sometime,
John
but
Wick is the new Taken.
like
Wow.
went really quickly. so-
All the
the new
listeners are gonna hear us
Redemption.
blow up about like John Wick and they can't hear us.
I
They're
know.
just like
Remember
John.
That screen back
Reeves,
16
Keanu
when they were
Reeves.
having the free screening.
Can we get
Nah.
a Keanu Reeves? Give me Keanu Reeves.
Everybody,
One
give your
word.
best Keanu Reeves.
On 3. 1, 2.
No, like we'll go
I'll
around.
go mine.
Dust. Wind. All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
All
Nice.
we are is. I'm gonna go with. Whoa.
All right.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Oh, hold on. I got one more.
Say something like him.
Let Aaron go first.
I got one
Aaron,
more.
what do you say?
Hold on, I got
We're
one
not gonna
more.
forget about you.
Oh, why not?
I know kung fu.
Show
Well, all
me.
we can say is, let's rock!
That's true. Bill and Ted's always acceptable.
You can.
What? Ted Theodore Logan.
He loves San Dimas High.
So great, come on, dude.
So great.
So great.
So great.
The princesses.
Babes.
Robot us's.
The good robot us's. Rufus.
All the listeners
Rufus.
can tell that we're really celebrating the announcement of Bill and Ted 3.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Their
I
most
did not
Because
hear
you know
about
what?
that.
I heard John Wick was good, but fuck it, I want Bill and Ted 3.
The return of Alex Winters.
right, dude. Because you know who needs a career bump right now?
Alex Winters.
fucking Winters, dude.
Yeah, he does. He's like, how did fucking Keanu blow up and I got left to shit?
Keanu beat
How
a
did the
fuck.
guy
That wasn't the main. Like Dylan
from
was
Dead
the main.
Poet Society go on to have a successful career throughout House and other films?
Point Break.
Right?
Point
but
Break.
fucking Alex Winters had nothing.
Yeah.
Sean Austin.
And he was just as solid.
right?
What
As
is
Keanu.
But he's not as attractive.
Sean
That's true.
Goonies
It's super
ass
true.
fucking Austin
Sean
being
Austin.
in the
Aston?
fucking
Sean Astin?
goddamn J.R. Tolkien Hobbit KFC movie.
Are you talking about Sean Astin?
Sean Astin.
Sean
Are
Astin?
you talking about Rudy right now?
Rudy
being
Rudiger.
fucking
Rudy
Rudy,
Rudiger.
He's also in
in
the,
Cabin Fever Point Patient Zero.
He was also in The Strain.
He's in the Strain.
He's in The Strain.
Holy fuck! You're telling me that Sean
Rudy
Goonies
Rudiger.
ass.
Sean
Astin
Puffy Ass Combs.
is in Guillermo del Toro's FX production of The Strain?
Yes.
Nigga, what?
and Alex Winters is not.
But where was Alex Winters?
He's
All
well.
right.
He'll be here soon.
One thing I want
All
to
right.
talk about.
Yes.
Later.
Talking about John Wick.
Yeah.
I started playing Payday 2 again.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh
it's in that
yeah.
game.
For some reason, they're like, you know what? John Wick. And they added John Wick as a playable character in Payday fucking 2. And you can play as Keanu Reeves and go rob banks and
You
shoot people
delivered-
and make meth.
You delivered that like Chris Rock. You know what? John Wick. 100% John Wick.
John Wick. Can someone hand me a
You know
pizza
what?
box?
You know what? John
All
Wick.
right. That's the end of the line, right?
Yes.
That's the end of the line. Thank you everybody for
other
everybody
pizza
for
box.
listening. And
One with
we
pizza
wish
in
you a Merry Christmas and
Happy Halloween.
we hope you were drinking with us, and if not, reverse all of this.
And
What's that called?
every time
Rewind all of this episode. Drink with us.
drink every time we say eat a dick.
Which is
make
often.
a drinking game out of this
You
show.
should
Every
drink.
time we say ham-fisted say you finish your glass. Every time we say drank, no, eat a dick. We never said drank.
It would be better if you had drank the whole time.
If you drank the whole time, yeah. So, thank you everybody for listening if you did. And listen in again later for like episode fucking 14 after episode 10, because who cares?
The return of Zach.
The Return of the Joker.
Thank you for listening. You can subscribe to us.
That's right. Subscribe to us on YouTube because
on YouTube and on iTunes.
because all of our shit is on all of our backlog is on YouTube.
Yes.
And
So if you want to hear old shows, go to YouTube. If you want to hear the like the one or two newest
Also-
shows, go to iTunes.
Look forward to our. We're gonna do a video cast where we have some game capture type stuff where
We'll
we're having a good time. What?
She lost her mind.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. Who's gonna take us out?
Chocolate starfish.
Just the two of us.
Chocolate starfish in the sky. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Ice taco.
You and I.
You and I.
Yay. All right.
Bye, everybody. We are drunk. My dad owns a dealership. He will hook you up.
He will hook you up.
All right, now what are we gonna play? Let's get some games.
We should get some fucking games rolling.
Zach, I want to know.
Thus concludes the MultiTap broadcast. Gramercy to every listener, and many welcome returns. If so led, the hosts encourage 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes. If you should like to contact the hosts of MultiTap, or give general public comment, they may be reached by way of Facebook at MultiTap Podcast, Twitter at MultiTap Podcast, or personal phone number, which they wisely refuse to give publicly. MultiTap is made possible in part by a fistful of potions and viewers like you. We shall return, as scheduled, in MultiTap Theatre.